Informer, you know, say that I'm a snowman, I go blam. I keep on bum down. Take the man that say that I'm a snowman.
Are we on? Are we on the air? Hello?
I think so.
I don't know.
Are we on the air,
Thor.
Zach?
Who
We
knows
are
what
on
we're
the
doing,
air.
man?
Checkity, checkity, boom, boom. Do I sound any
Hi.
better? Hello, is this any better or does it still suck?
No, you sound better.
Good.
If it sounds awful, it's still Chad's fault. He made us stay home.
Yeah, it's a
He
snow
told us
day.
2 days ago, broadcast live from your house on Thursday.
Right.
When we were driving home from Twin Cities Live last night, I thought Chad might be the dumbest person I've ever met in my life. Because
That's kind
the
of
roads,
a stretch.
Well, I mean, one of the dumbest people I've ever met in my life.
That's
You know
what
what I mean?
I mean, that's going real far. It's like,
Well, there was basically nobody on the roads. There was no snow.
well,
It looked like for a good chunk of last night, there was going to be about, 3 inches total?
yeah,
and
just
then
like
we
in
got-
your pants.
Yeah, right. And then we got some
lucky.
more overnight, and now it looks like there's plenty of snow. But I don't know. I think we could have made it in today.
I need to do something. I have to leave myself a note reminding myself not to cuss. I'm so close.
Yeah.
I'm in my basement,
Yeah.
in my robe. It smells terrible in here because I have the morning farts for some reason. And I just want to say the F word so badly. And we are live on the radio. This is because I can see you guys. And if you don't know, by the way, the Power Trip having a snow day, we're all in our houses, but we are also live on all the social media channels. So if you want to see what we look like this time in the morning and what our houses look like, you can just jump on right now and watch us. Look at you, Sasha. You look beautiful.
Thanks, man. Sorry I was laughing during the opening bit between you two, but I just saw your name in the chat.
Same.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I think when the Rubes log on, they will also be able to see your name.
Is that
in the
right?
chat.
No, that's
I
private
don't know.
chat.
Okay,
No.
thank God.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
good.
No.
I could, yeah, no, they won't
Well,
be
no,
able to.
It says private chat
No,
right
okay.
at the top.
Okay.
Hey, hang on, Sassy. But
Yeah, why
won't they
Sassy?
see his name on the screen?
No, I took it off. Oh, I didn't have to. It was already off to begin, but I could put it on at any point, but I obviously won't do that.
That was brilliant. But yeah, remember
Baba
when we were
Booey to
supposed to get?
y'all.
Yeah, remember we were supposed to get the most snow of all time in the state
Yeah.
of Minnesota.
And
It was blurring at one point last night.
I want to be careful with this. We talked about this, Corey, before the show started, but because it may be horrible somewhere in our listening audience right now. In
Yeah,
Maple
you're
Grove, it's pretty
probably
bad
right,
out there right now, but it ain't no blizzard of 78 out there right now.
No.
I'm a little shocked by how far off the weather people were. I know it's a terrible job, but you got to leave some grace in there somewhere and say, this is probably going to happen. It wasn't that at all. It was, this is going to be the worst snow we've ever seen. Everybody run for the hills. I would
And-
guess. I'm sorry, Corey, but
Yeah.
don't you think that they canceled so many flights they probably didn't have to cancel?
Don't know. I don't know about that. But I to your point though, I watched was it Channel 4? I think I was watching 4 last night. And they had I think 93 reporters out across the Twin
Yeah,
Cities on the
It was
scene.
4.
And almost all of them were like, yeah, it's starting to come down a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
most
right.
of them looked preposterous,
Well,
standing in very
Yeah.
little snow.
and you know it was bad when they started talking instead about the snow, they started talking about the wind. Oh, the wind is going to be horrible.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay,
yeah.
they have completely gone away from the snow totals. That means they know we're not going to get that much snow.
And at one point, it was looking like you couldn't tell the difference between if it was snowing or flurrying out. You know what I mean? Like, or if
Right.
it was like wind, if it was just the wind blowing the snow from wherever it is. But where I am right now, it does look like if it snowed like it is right now all night, we'd have 40 feet of snow.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, either way, Chad made this call 2 days ago, and
Right.
You might want to back
now
off
we're
on the
stuck.
on the dumbest thing. I mean, come on, we've known a lot of people. I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a lot of people out there that no.
I
Okay,
think the people who are going to regret Chad's decision the most
Yeah.
are the people who have to clean Zach's hotel room.
Ugh. Well,
Oh.
yeah, I don't even want
Oh.
to think about that. I mean,
Because part of this
Oh.
plan was having Zach get a hotel room by the radio station so he could run the board so the rest of us could broadcast from home.
did you break any records last night, Zach? Go.
I mean, nothing record breaking, but
Okay.
How high did you get?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a work trip on work time and stuff. and
What?
Things
How high do you get in Vegas on a work trip?
different.
So,
Yeah.
Zach, yesterday we were on Twin Cities Live, and you did a chef segment.
Yeah.
Was that rock bottom for you, or where was that in terms of your life storyline?
It was the weirdest experience in my life, honestly.
Nobody's
I've had a lot of
buying that.
weird experiences, but like when you're handling chicken on television like that, and you're like raw chicken, and my glove ripped, so like I could feel it. That was weird.
Yuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope everybody got a chance to watch yesterday. First of all, that was a lot of fun, and I really
Great
thought it was
time.
great. And Zacho, you were great on the
A+,
the Chef Zach thing. That was really funny. I thought Rosie slowed the show down, but other than that, it was really good. I can say that because he's not coming in today. He's I believe he's actually supposed to be on the 9 o'clock flight, and I don't think that's going to happen. Looking out my window,
No.
Parrish was great. I felt bad for Marnie that she wasn't on as much as the rest of us, but everybody was super great, man. It was what a fun experience to be. And I think we should do that every now and again because I think we put on a great show and we look great on TV.
You two were great. I thought it was super fun, but like you said, like Marnie, who's done TV, the 10,000 hours bit, she's done it way more than that. But when she off stage is going, Rosie is bringing this down and they're trying to move it along. Cause like Rosie's a pro, but he's like talking about The Last of Us, which Hawkey and I looked at each other and go, that's like 15 spoilers. He
did. He told a lot of things he shouldn't have told.
He's like reading the synopsis of the whole story. And they're like, okay. And then they got to his other things. But yeah, he told a bunch of things you probably shouldn't have said if you haven't seen the show.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Anyway.
one of my favorite parts is when they asked him what he's been listening to, he basically stole every Howard Stern take we've ever said on this show.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Yeah.
He just essentially has repeated what you and I have said for 20 years, but specifically the last couple of years as Howard's gotten better and better and better and better and better at interviews. And then he just flat out said that he thinks he's the best interviewer on the planet. I'm like, that's what we've been saying forever.
We were watching at home. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Saucy.
No, go ahead. No, I was just going to say. Sorry, go ahead, Hawk.
See, we can't do that kind of stuff. They won't let us do it anymore. We have to look at each other like this. I got this one. Yeah, because we plan on, by the way, moving to different states and doing the show from all over the world. Anyway, we were watching at home, and he was talking about Howard Stern, and Kim looked at me and goes, did you tell him all that? Because that's exactly what you say. And I was like, yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
He also just rattled off the two people he most recently interviewed.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, man, it was so great when he interviewed, this is just off the top of my head. When he interviewed Trump in 2002, it was the last two people he interviewed.
Yeah, Pam Anderson and Bruce Springsteen. The one that HBO ran December.
Yep.
After Howard interviewed him in, I don't know, November, whatever it was, something like that. And Pam Anderson was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, so great. So he's listening to Stern the last 3 months. We must have bored the hell out of him.
So you guys, we have a private chat going on as we're broadcasting live on the social media chain here, doing the radio show as well. So I'm going to jump over and look at some of the comments, and we'll kind of let you guys instead of the text line, which is awesome, and I would love to use, but I don't have it. Instead, I'll use this stuff. So here are some things from today's chats as we broadcast live. Phil Johnson says they never said it was going to be the worst. They said it was going to be top 10. Okay, well, you get my point there, Phil. Show us your boobs from Pure Rock Furry.
Interesting.
Yep. So it's okay to sacrifice Zach for the job. Zach was given a hotel room about 3 minutes from the radio station.
If that.
And was still late.
Yes, he was late. He was, and he pretended like it was somebody else's fault the whole time. It was great. When Hawkey's texting him, "Where are you?"
And he didn't text me back because I got a panic call from Jeff Manis going, "Why is there dead air on the fan for 7 minutes?" I'm like, "Well, Zach, what do you have to say for yourself?"
Well, my phone fell in a snowbank, or well, not a snowbank, but in the snow.
That's a very babyface kind of excuse.
Sure.
Yeah. Did you have 4 flat tires?
Well, I called Manis on my watch. But I still haven't really. I obviously saw your text in the last 20 minutes, and now I feel bad. But sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, and Lieber texted me too. Oh man.
Oh well. So is Lieber going to join us on here as well?
Yeah, sent him the link. Hopefully, I have the right email.
Yeah, I guess he would in 2 minutes, right?
Daryl says we were awesome yesterday. Thank you very much, Daryl. I appreciate that. BJ says hi, babe. I don't know what that is. Says hi, meat.
Hey, babe.
Let's see. A Spaceman says you take up the entire square on your screen. That's mean.
Is that me?
Yeah.
I do not.
No, you don't.
Hey, can I say one thing about Sauce? One thing about Sauce, and a couple of people on Twitter noticed this. So I don't want to do a Rosie bit and steal somebody's Howard Stern take.
Yeah.
But Mike from Twin Cities Live posted a picture of the three of us cutting flowers, right? That one of those last segments that we did. And I looked at Sauce in that photo, and I'm like, it looks like somebody photoshopped Sauce's head onto Sauce. And then there were a whole bunch of other photos that were posted from Twin Cities Live yesterday where that comment was in the comment sections on Twitter. Like, why does it always look like Sauce's head is photoshopped onto himself? And I think maybe, Sauce, is because your head is bigger than the rest of your body. So it looks like it doesn't fit right. But I'll send you guys the text right now just so you guys can get the live reaction. Tell me this doesn't look like freaking Sauce's head.
I'll say
photoshopped.
This, Saucy. I'll say this to back you up. As I was looking at all the pictures and the video and watching it on TV yesterday, I said to myself, Sauce is the skinniest of the three of us. And it might be a couple of things because you do look great and you've lost weight, but you also, I think your head makes your body look smaller. And I honestly, I think that is a real bonus for you, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. If I could get a smaller head, I would. If I had 3 wishes, one of them would be to have a smaller head, because I noticed that. I saw the picture Mike posted last night, and I look like a cartoon character. I look like something from the Dinosaurs TV show.
I don't think that.
Look at you guys. Look at the text that I just sent you.
Okay.
Look at Sauce's head and tell me it doesn't look like somebody just cut and paste his head on there.
It looks fake. It looks like I died and they needed me there.
It looks like the Vikings did one of those big head things.
Exactly. I'm going to tweet it out right now on the Power Trip, and I'll just say, Sauce's photoshopped flower head.
Did he do it? Did he Photoshop this? Because this ain't real. That ain't your head. Where's your neck?
I don't know.
But look at how good you look in the rest of the body with that nice blouse on.
You man. Yesterday you were so kind, and the best is maybe when you said to Marnie, "Man, when you put work in, you look nice." She was so offended.
She was not. That's how we hug.
Marnie, you actually look pretty nice when you actually give a rat's ass.
Yeah, but that's how we hug.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was funny, man. I don't know. I had a good time, and I thought that was great. She's the best, man. She's really good at the TV. I like her a lot too. Oh, we're late for break. We should break, right?
Yep. All right, yeah, and I think Ben Lieber is going to join next, correct?
I believe he's in the waiting room as we speak.
Pretty sure.
You want to see him or you want to wait?
No, we want to wait. We want to hold on for the next thing. So we're having a Power Trip / KFAN, I believe, the entire day, snow day, as we're all broadcasting live from our homes, so we don't die on the way to work, except for the expendable ones like Zach and Brett and all those folks. But hopefully it sounds good to you. And if you want to see what we look like as we're doing radio from our homes, you can go on all these social media channels, right, Corey?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right. So Ben Lieber joins in a little bit. No Rosie today. We're here until 9 in our own basements. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
On The Fan. KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads covered with snow and ice and blowing snow. Many are trying to drive through it. Southbound Highway 169 approaching Valley View Road. There's a spin out. There's another one farther south before Marystown Road. 35W southbound near 26. There are stalls in both directions blocking lanes. Forest Lake, there's a spin out. Northbound I-35 at Highway 97. Parking emergencies are in effect in Minneapolis and St. Paul. That's Traffic on the Fan, sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell is sorry for going too far with its past breakfast. All you need in the morning is tasty, simple food, like a breakfast crunch wrap. Fluffy eggs, cheese, sausage, hash browns wrapped in a warm tortilla. Grab it at participating Taco Bell stores during breakfast hours only until 11 a.m. while supplies last.
Meatsauce here for my incredible friends at St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake. You like real gambling, right? Like real casino gambling is what I'm talking about. Well, then go head out to St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake. It's just a short drive from the Twin Cities. Also, they have a ton of slots, blackjack, and live poker. They also have craps, roulette, and no-limit Texas Hold'em. And you know what that is? That is things you cannot play here in Minnesota. And this month, you could win a John Deere utility tractor with loader and snowblower attachment from St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake. Get the details at GoPlayWin.com. St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake. Find your fortune.
Luther Kia of Bloomington can help you get into your dream car today or help you with your current trade. During this hockey season, make sure to stop in to browse, bring in your trade, or just chat about our local hockey team. Visit Luther Kia of Bloomington or start shopping at lutherkiaofbloomington.com.
As a Shane Company jewelry consultant, I get to work with couples looking for their dream engagement ring. Many feel overwhelmed. They just don't know where to start. And that's what I love about my job. I get to make this important experience fun and easy. We don't work on commission, so there's no pressure. When you visit, first, I'll want to know, what are your ideas for your dream ring? What fits your lifestyle, your personality, your budget? Then we'll go from there. We'll look at ring settings and I'll show you options for the center stone. For example, if you choose a classic solitaire ring setting, I can show you how it'll look with different center stones, like a pear-shaped diamond or an oval pink sapphire. We have all shapes, colors, and sizes. If you're going for a big look with lots of sparkle, I can show you our halo ring settings. Or, if you want a ring that's ready to go, we can look at our perfectly preset styles. Visit your friends. We're in this together.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
Meatsauce here for my incredible new friends at Continuum Weight and Wellbeing. You can find out more at sauceloss.com. The journey of losing weight is not fun, but when you have a team like I do at Continuum Weight and Wellbeing, the journey is easy. Meal plans, not shakes and bars, none of that stuff. It's your own food. They lay out a full meal plan for you, every single meal, a full grocery list of what you need to start your weight loss journey. Go to sauceloss.com to find out more. Continuum Weight and Wellbeing is the absolute best.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives you access to all. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. iHeartMedia is your access company. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
Luther Kia of Bloomington can help you get into your dream car today or help you with your current trade. Customer service, an honest opinion, and evaluation in this day and age are what is most important to the team at Luther Kia of Bloomington. Visit Luther Kia of Bloomington or start shopping at lutherkiaofbloomington.com.
Meatsauce here for my incredible friends at Window Nation and windownation.com. They are the absolute best. Here's why. They have the best deal of all time. Get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. Plus, there is no limit, but there's also more because my friends at Window Nation are the absolute best. Here's the best part about them. You pay 0 down, you make 0 payments, you get 0% financing for 24 months. That's 2 years, no interest. My friends at Window Nation are the best for multiple reasons. A, they have the best windows. 2, they have the best deal. And C, when you open your windows and you realize how bad they are, probably in a couple of months now because we just got all this snow if you're listening in Minnesota, you're going to notice how bad your windows are. When you turn that heat on, or in the summer, you turn that AC on, all of that warm and cold air is going to go right out those windows, costing you money. Go to windownation.com or call 866-90-NATION. That's windownation.com or call 866-90-NATION. You get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. They're the absolute best. Windownation.com. Call 866-90-NATION. A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Windownation.com.
Home Show special savings of up to $3,500 off any siding or roofing project. BuildersandRemodelers.com.
This is Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Spire Credit Union.
Vikings and defensive tackle Delvin Tomlinson have agreed to push back the void date on his contract to March 15th. Netflix has a new docuseries called Quarterback that followed 3 NFL QBs, including Vikings Kirk Cousins this past season. The QBs were mic'd up for every game. Gophers crushed by Maryland for their 11th straight loss. Wild face off against the Blue Jackets tonight in Columbus. I'm Ronza Moss.
Free checking is not a thing of the past, not at Spire Credit Union anyway. Visit myspire.com to learn just how simple a free checking account at Spire is. $100 minimum opening deposit required, insured by NCUA.
Broadcasting live all day on a KFAN snow day on FM 100.3 KFXN Minneapolis-St. Paul, Minnesota's snowstorm leader.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. A KFAN snow day, as the liner just said. We are all broadcasting live from our own homes. I'm in my basement. I don't know. Is that your basement back there, Cory Cove?
Yeah, and I got inspired during the break because Sauce has a 7th Avenue pizza hat on, and you had about, 6 hat changes on Twin Cities Live yesterday with all your sponsors. So I don't know, I just found this initials game sign, and I figured why not put it over my right shoulder and just see what happens.
Well, that's great.
Free advertising.
I wonder what Ben Lieber has in his house right now.
Oh,
Ben!
Oh, hi, Ben!
You guys, holy cow! I'm not thinking like branding and marketing. I need the next break. I need to find something.
Yeah. Again, on a KFAN Snow Day, you can watch us on all the different KFAN social medias. I guess the easiest one's probably YouTube, but go to anything. Just click on the link and you can watch us broadcasting from home, including Ben Lieber, who looks like it's sunny and you look very awake and happy. Your room looks great. I look like I'm broadcasting from a morgue. I'm not sure.
I look like I'm broadcasting from a bed and breakfast.
I think it looks more like a crime scene, to be honest with you.
Mine?
It looks like behind you there might have been a body on that bed at one point.
Mine, yes. Mine was on that bed a while ago.
And, of course, Cory's broadcasting from Initials headquarters.
Right.
Which is actually very true.
That's true. You're right.
This basement has spent I've spent a lot of my last 3 years sitting in this basement, avoiding my wife and kids.
Right. Ben, are you in your basement?
No, I'm not in my basement. I'm in a corner of my office. No, I don't want to. That sounds like my office is very large. No, my office is not very big.
Okay.
Basically, if I sit the other way where I normally sit in my office chair, the lighting sucks during the day, and so I always just kind of do these little things in this corner, which has nothing. I have a you can't see it, but I have like a little plant, and that's about all I have in the corner.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, I have all kinds of junk down here. This is so this was a bedroom for the longest time where our friend Suzanne stayed when she lived with us for a few years, and then Alex moved in here when he was sick to death of living upstairs with the rest of the family, so he moved here. Now it's my man cave, my dad place down here. I have so much junk in here, but if I turn the lights up, you'll be able to see right over here is the long lost Jägermeister machine. I actually have it in here. It doesn't have Jägermeister in it right now, and it's not plugged in, but someday it will be. I'm gonna turn the lights on so you guys can see it. Talk amongst yourselves.
Does the lady who you live with know it's in that room at this point?
She's probably not thrilled.
No.
Yeah, you can't ask him a question when he walks.
Sorry, I didn't think he was walking away. That's my fault.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna.
Right there.
Is that the thing you paid like $1,500 for?
It was way more than that, and I was really drunk. But it was worth it. It was at a charity event. But I've never used it, not one time. But it is right there on display. How about that?
That needs to come in the studio.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, just bring it in the studio or put it in the break room. They'd like that.
They wouldn't mind that a bit. We'll put coffee flavored Jägermeister in there. They actually have that.
Yeah, or you could just put like, do they have like growlers of coffee or cold press or something? You could do something like that.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, yes, of course. I don't know.
Hey, Ben, thanks for having us on the show yesterday, man. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Honestly, thank you guys. You guys were awesome. I know that there's a lot of moving parts to get all of you guys to drive over to the station. So no, I want to thank you guys because you guys kind of made it happen. So it was a lot of fun. Zach stole the show. He just did. I don't know. That was like the one thing that I did not expect at all. I thought the match game we'd get censored and we'd get some sort of FCC violation. What is going on with Chris Hawkey right now?
That's his mask he bought last week in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
That's your luchador.
This is my Macho Luce. Yeah, my Nacho Libre mask.
No, so it was a lot of fun. You guys all did a great job, and Rosie and Marnie and Perry. I mean, the thing is, like, you guys do your performance, you guys do your stuff, and then you guys leave, and the whole crew can't stop talking about how nice everybody is and how everybody's so easy to work with. So, yes, we're already thinking about what we should do for the next time you guys come on.
He's tuck dancing. If you're not watching us on all the streams, this is what it looks like when an internet troll shows their face to you. He looks like somebody who trolls kids on Xbox.
That is terrible. I would never do that. But my character might.
Oh, thanks, Beetlejuice.
Hiccups you got there, Hawk.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on making it bigger because I lag jugs.
Man. I think the last 60 seconds of video are going to end up in a courtroom at some point.
Yeah, my dad's not going to know how to defend that.
Yeah, he's going to throw in the towel. Throw the damn towel.
It's too used.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're not watching on the KFAN social media channels, you're missing a lot today. But that was very kind of you to say while I was tuck dancing there. Ben, I didn't mean to distract you. It was very kind of you. But, yeah, you know what? We talked about this. I don't know if you heard us talking about it or not, but I'm amazed by how great the staff is there. And I guess the reason I say that is because not taking shots at anybody, everybody's doing their best. I do a lot of television stuff, promoting Rocket Club, promoting this, promoting that. A lot of the stations are still struggling a little bit as far as with staff and stuff like that. And congratulations to Hubbard and the people over at KS. Man, there's a great, happy staff over there and a really good feeling when you walk in that building. And that's not the same everywhere else. I have to be honest.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I guess I can't do the comparative analysis, but no, I think that's one of the reasons why it is fun to go there every single day. Is the staff is fun. I mean, we BS a lot, and it's very lighthearted. And look, the nature of our show is lightheartedness. It's food, fashion, fun. We're not breaking news. We're not talking about unsolved cold cases in Vermilion, South Dakota. I mean, it's just it's a good time. I mean, the whole idea, just like your guys' show, it's a reason to just like detach and be entertained, and hopefully we can do that and make you laugh a little bit, learn a little something too along the way. But yeah, the whole essence and vibe is to not be totally serious.
Obviously, the best part of yesterday's show was Zach, but how close was Rosen's spoiler-filled review of The Last of Us?
For a guy that has done TV and he's a Hall of Famer, boy, we needed to put an IFB in his ear, because boy, he just like I didn't know if he was going to spend 5 minutes just on what he was watching. I mean, I was like, do you realize that we've got to get through 2 other things here? Like, this is a watch, read, listen. You gave us 3 choices, and you're just kind of running away with this. Just The Last of Us. Told everybody his Siskel and Ebert analysis. Yeah, amazing.
So if you could redo yesterday, you would eliminate Rosie's segment and give Marnie another one.
Well, I wouldn't eliminate it, but I heard you guys earlier. I do feel bad, and I felt bad when we were. I texted, I text all you guys and everybody just a little bit of a rough rundown of what the show was going to be yesterday morning, and I got to Marnie's part, and I'm like, boy, we only have her for the match game. And we had, you know how things are. Like when we're planning the show, we had we had days and days and meetings upon, like, spitballing different ideas and what could we do, and kind of just brainstorming sessions. And Marnie was always a part of it. And so then when I actually got the show rundown from yesterday morning, I'm like, oh man, like I guess we don't even have Marnie a part of it as much as I thought. So I kind of felt bad. I did feel bad. So next time we'll make her a bigger part of the show.
Yeah, no, I think she was fine with it, by the way. She didn't say anything to any of us at all. But again, I thought the whole thing ran really well. It went by really, really fast. I think we should make it a regular thing. That'd be cool.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it.
And I'll wear the mask next time.
Yeah, please do wear the mask. Now that you just you've already introduced yourself to our audience. They know who you are. Yeah, now you can just go full costume mode.
Yeah, and then I won't have to worry about my hair because this guy's got great hair.
Does your character have a name, or is he just Hawk in a mask?
Well, if you are watching us right now on the KFAN social media and you want to comment, I'd love to have a name for my character, my wrestling character with this mask on. I'd love it. So,
I don't know.
Throw out any options if you would.
Go with the name you have in the chat.
I don't think I will.
How about El Gordo?
Ooh, I think we should go with El Tito after seeing me without my shirt on.
I like that.
So Ben, you made the reference to the Vermilion cold case. We started this show with like 40 minutes of Lou Ragoose from KARE 11, who we talked to on Tuesday on the Power Trip After Party, who worked around Vermilion for a while, right? Sioux Falls, I think, and then he obviously covered this story in Vermilion. You are from Vermilion.
Yeah,
So you're very familiar with this case.
I am not familiar with this case at all. That's
crazy.
Really?
Yeah. So I saw the tweet that went out yesterday or whenever you guys had him on that you guys were talking to him, So I did a quick lookup of his book on Amazon on the link, and I did of course buy it. I was absolutely like, yes, this is something that I'm looking for a new book. The book that I'm reading is really boring, so I'm looking for a new book to read. And
is it called Still Standing?
Is it
best seat in the house?
Is it called The Last of Us for Dummies, the Rosen edition?
Is it called Being the Common Man?
So I'm like, I absolutely just bought it on Amazon already. And the thing is, based on the description of a couple of names, I've never heard some of those names, but
Wow.
I'm gonna guess that throughout the investigation, as Lou kind of breaks everything down, there has to be just family names that I know. I mean, it's not a very big town, and there's a lot of people that I'm sure are associated with it that I wouldn't know, at least the last name or maybe their parents or something like that. So I'm excited to dive into this book.
Do you know anything about the gravel pit where he said the kids used to go party? Because again, let's put this into in perspective. It was 1971 when this tragedy happened, so that's a long time before you're even born.
Yeah. I was born in '78, and we didn't move to Vermillion until 1990. So, I think I know where this gravel pit is. And the scary thing is like, I know one of the big families that has a huge farm around the gravel pit. So I'm like, oh boy, did this whole time when I went to school with this family, are they holding this dark secret?
Right.
I don't know.
Right. And again, without a spoiler alert, and we all need to read the book, and I'm looking for, because Monday, I believe it is, I finally get the audiobook because I ordered that. Apparently the people who they thought had something to do with it had nothing to do with this. The guy had a lot to do with other bad things, of course, but not this this individual case. So, man, I don't know. Fascinating stuff, and I can't wait. Again, it's called Vanished in Vermilion, and I cannot wait to listen to it. But what a good dude, man, Lou Ragoose. And he said, by the way, I texted him, or no, I believe it was on Twitter, Ben. I mentioned, I can't believe we didn't think of the fact that, and he said that he was there when you got either drafted, maybe?
Yeah, that's
early 2000s. Yeah, right. When you were drafted, it was a huge story in Vermilion, which I can imagine it probably was.
Yeah, I guess it probably should have been, maybe, just based on we don't get many people drafted from South Dakota. But the thing is, like, I wasn't paying attention to the immediate news when I got drafted. I was too busy getting drunk in Manhattan, Kansas on that Saturday night. It was a phone call from Marty Schottenheimer, basically, passed the phone around, hug all my family members that were there, and I'm like, let's go party. So we went out, and then I was too hungover the next day to even watch the news.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. I can't even imagine what that must feel like to know that you've been drafted into the NFL. Even if you knew it was coming, it still must have been a bit of a surprise. I mean, you knew you were going to get drafted, but it still must have felt like a surprise.
God dang, it's hard to take you serious when
Yeah.
I watch it.
I'm a very serious journalist, okay?
Honestly, I think the mask looks like if John Wayne Gacy was in the Lego movie.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah,
God, it's terrifying.
It's so creepy.
And the creepier part is the very white teeth behind it that you can see moving when he talks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a psycho!
Yeah, man.
Wow.
This is not the only mask I have. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Lori Lambert's got those.
He's 73.
Yeah, he's 69 in my heart. Hey, speaking of television stuff, real quick, to make a quick transition. I had, and maybe you did, Ben, because you're down there on the sidelines. Did you know Netflix was following Kirk Cousins around all season long for this television show?
No.
How cool is that?
Yeah. And look, I got to give the Vikings props on something. They can withhold information secrets better than any organization, better than the CIA, better than the FBI. It is unbelievable. And you guys are, without naming the situation, but there was something that happened a couple years ago. Big deal happened in the middle of the season. To this day, nobody will talk about it. Like, you cannot get any information about what actually transpired during that time. And so to have this news come out yesterday that Netflix followed around Mariota and Patrick Mahomes and Kirk Cousins the whole season, and there wasn't one small rumor that dropped during the course of the season, during this magical season with all these great plays and great wins and comeback victories. And the team is going to the playoffs. Not one person mentioned that, oh yeah, that camera that's falling around Kirk is for Netflix, or Kirk is mic'd up for Netflix. Nothing. Like, if you want a secret to stay a secret, you work with the Vikings.
That's the truth, man. Props to them, and that is not a small thing in modern America or the modern world, is keeping a secret at all for anybody. Everybody's got a source, and everybody's always pumping their sources, and nobody ever leaks over that. That's a real compliment. It really is.
Yeah, I suppose it's because we are saturated on the sidelines. You guys have all seen the sideline situation. There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
You don't know what's a news camera. You don't, VEN themselves have, several cameras during each game following guys that are mic'd up and whatever. So I guess it's easy for these things to just blend in.
Yeah. By the way, a couple of people in the chat are wondering what the hell we're talking about, so I'll do the news story. Netflix is out with a new series centered on the NFL titled Quarterback. The series will include exclusive access to Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins, and Atlanta Falcons quarterback Marcus Mariota over the course of the past season. It will follow all three players from the start to the end of their respective seasons, including footage of them on and off the field. Quarterback is set to debut on Netflix this summer. So that is the news story that just came out this morning.
And Patrick Mahomes, of course, his production company is behind this.
Oh,
but
okay.
I gotta give them credit because every year when Hard Knocks comes out, we almost always, not always, but almost always get some team that's struggling and trying to rebuild, and they have some kind of new vibe. So it's not necessarily the best team in the NFL. It's kind of a team in the bottom half just to see their struggles and them rebuilding, like the Lions or somebody. But I think Mahomes, Cousins, and Mariota are kind of the perfect threesome to try doing this. You have the best quarterback. You have somebody that's in the middle of the road. I think Kirk's better than the middle, but still he's a second-tier quarterback. And then Mariota is a guy who's trying to resurrect his career. So you kind of get all three at once to see what it's like to be at the top, in the middle, and at the bottom. So I think that's pretty sweet. And probably three very different people, my guess, is off the field as well. So we'll
on
see
that point, I was
as well.
so pleased to see that it wasn't Tom Brady and it wasn't Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
And no offense to either of those guys, but those stories are too easy to tell. And I'm overloaded with information about him. I don't know anything about Patrick Mahomes off the field, essentially,
And now, of course, we've heard multiple reports that now the Packers are going to want Aaron Rodgers back, so we don't need to hear any more about that story.
Oh, I didn't hear that right?
Yeah, the Tom Pelissero tweeted it yesterday that there's a very, very good Packers source that says that they will work it out with him and they want him back in Green Bay.
How many people are saying this, Sauce? A lot of people?
A couple, yeah.
Ooh,
I assume.
More than a couple?
More than one. Yeah.
So a lot of people?
Ooh.
Just a couple, man. Not all of them are wearing the wrestling masks, but a few of them are serious.
Whatever, man. We like what we like. The sun is coming up in Maple Grove. I don't know if you guys can see the sun where you're at, but it definitely is. And I know we're getting ready to go to break. But when we come back, we'll do the news and we'll do everything else. It's a snow day on the Power Trip Morning Shows. We're all live from our own houses. Hope it sounds good to you. If you want to see what it looks like, take your own, at your own risk, go to the YouTube channel, any of the social media channels for the fan. All day long, it's a KFAN snow day. Cory
Chris,
Cove.
isn't it dangerous to let your victims see sunlight?
Yeah, he hasn't seen the sunlight in a long time, and it looks like you haven't seen the sunlight in a long while either.
I know. By the way, I'm not. You guys are more comfortable on TV than I am.
Yeah.
I never think I'm super pale until I see myself on film, and I'm like, what is wrong with me,
dude? And can
why
I tell
do
you,
I look like that?
That may be how it feels. You seem extremely comfortable on television. I think
I
you were
agree.
the most comfortable of all of us yesterday on the show.
Oh,
I always
really?
try way too hard.
Yeah.
I never know where to look. That's part of my problem. Maybe that's maybe that's an accidental good thing. Is I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking.
You're supposed to look at Ben's crotch. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Zach,
exactly
you did great.
Yeah, you won the day, Zach, with your bit and your viewing skills.
Yeah.
Break time.
All right. The news is next with Chris Hawkey. He mentioned it. It's a Power Trip snow day. We're broadcasting live from our homes because Chad Abbott panicked 2 days ago. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
KFAN, Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads covered with snow and ice, and the wind is blowing more snow all over. Visibilities are reduced. It's really slippery, especially on ramps and bridge decks. Looking at 35W northbound at 26, got a stall in the right lane. Southbound, just south of 26, the left lane is blocked with a disabled vehicle. There's a spin out 694 eastbound at Snelling. There have been several along Highway 169. That's Traffic on the Fan, sponsored by White Bear Mitsubishi.
No matter the weather, feel safe on the road with great traction and safety features of a White Bear Mitsubishi SUV with super all-wheel control. White Bear Mitsubishi's SUVs start at $299 a month with a free lifetime powertrain warranty. Check out all the great deals at whitebearmitsubishi.com.
9520-RES. Give them a call today for all of your carpet cleaning needs. February is the month of love, and February is almost over. It's Feb 23. So just a handful of days left in one of the best deals that Zero-Res runs all year long. You can get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned the Zero-Res way for just $119. 3 rooms for $119 if you mention the KFAN special. And this month, they will throw in a free hallway. So even though I'm doing the show this morning from my basement, about 2 weeks ago, I had them do my entire upstairs, which is 3 bedrooms and a hallway. So I did exactly what I'm telling you guys to do, which is call 9520-RES, ask for the KFAN special. I got 3 rooms of carpet cleaned. All 3 rooms look like the day that we moved in. They look absolutely spectacular, like we hit the reset button and started the whole thing over. If you want the reset button on your home, your cabin, your work, call Zero-Res, 9520-RES. Mention the KFAN special, 3 rooms, $119 in a free hallway, 9520-RES.
Hey, it's Chris Hawkey. You thinking about losing some weight? Well, if you are, take it from me and put your trust in Livia Weight Control Centers. They're the experts. They're going to work with you to build a personalized nutrition plan. Then you'll select your Livia meals and snacks, and then you're going to watch the weight come off. It's that simple. You can lose up to 10 pounds in your first 2 weeks. So don't wait. Call today, 855-GO-LIVIA, or visit Livia.com. Join today. Get your first 8 weeks for free. Come to Livia and experience life-changing weight loss.
It's happening.
You ready for this?
The biggest names in golf.
Because we're coming.
In the hottest new place to see sports.
To the CW.
It's Live Golf on the CW.
Welcome to the party.
Saturday and Sunday on the CW. Live from Mayakoba, Mexico.
Live Golf is live all season long.
Yeah, the incredible new season of Live Golf tees off.
What a shot!
See the best players on the planet in the most incredible locations on Earth.
If you're new to Live Golf,
where have you been? Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, Cam Smith, and more will all compete for the biggest prize money in golf history. New rosters, bigger rivalries, shotgun starts. It's golf, but louder.
Rock solid.
Live Golf. Watch live coverage starting Saturday, February 25th at noon on the CW Twin Cities. And check out the full 2023 Live Golf schedule at the CWTC.com/sports.
The true value of a banking relationship isn't measured in dollars and cents. It's measured in trust, earned by helping you anticipate, adjust, grow, and thrive through changes. At Bremer Bank, we know it's not always possible to know what the future holds, but we'll be ready to help you make the most of it, no matter what. Because right now, relationships matter more than ever, and understanding is everything. Find out more at bremer.com.
Meatsauce here. Let's be honest. Losing weight sucks. I've been heavy my whole life, and trying to lose weight is awful, but I've found the perfect match. My gals at Continuum Weight and Wellbeing and SauceLoss.com are going to help me lose the weight that I can. They gave me a meal plan, real food, none of that other stuff. Actual food that you buy at the grocery store. These people are amazing. No bars, no shakes. You can find out more at SauceLoss.com. Continuum Weight and Wellbeing can be found at SauceLoss.com.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Limited time home show special savings on roofing, siding, doors, and windows.
windows. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
From the Evans Transportation Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by KFC.
Fan forecast.
Heavy snow, winter storm warning through noon today, high of 20.
Kentucky Fried Chicken wraps are here. Crispy, crunchy, and wrapped in a warm tortilla. Grab 2 for just $5. Available in classic or spicy slaw. Only at KFC. That's finger-licking good.
Hey, it's Brandon Molesky. Thank you for listening to The Fan on KFAN.com.
The Fan.
Win Minnesota State High School League tournament tickets at KFAN.com. Just make the keyword contest. 45 TV is the official broadcast partner of the Minnesota State High School League.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. It is a Power Trip / KFAN snow day as we're broadcasting live from our own houses. Hi to Barb, by the way, who just checked in on the comments over there. You can watch us from our basements on any of these social media channels. Please feel free to jump on there and see what we all look like in our basements. Zach's the only one at the studio. He stayed at a hotel nearby last night, and we're all locked in, man. Outside the window here in Maple Grove, it's snowing pretty hard. The wind not quite blowing like they said that it was going to, but it's a pretty significant snow out there. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, I think this is even though it's bad, but not epically bad or historically bad, I think this is going to boy who cried wolf all of us again next time. The next time they say historic blizzard, massive snowstorm, we're all going to say, okay, right. It's going to be like, I don't know, 8 or 9, and we're all going to be fine. So no one's going to believe the next one. So we all over-prepared this time. We're all going to under-prepare next time.
Well, now that you know Abbott's up, you can't change your tune. You called him an idiot earlier because you said it was his fault that we're all at home, and it was his idea because he got scared of the weather.
Right, that's what I just said. We all over-prepared.
No,
Chad
but you didn't blame just Abbott.
Well, no, Chad's a sheep. He listened to the local news, and he walked right into the trap.
Wow.
One of those classic sheep.
Well, but at one point, to be fair, they said we were going to get like 38 inches of snow on Monday, and then it changed to, I think at one point yesterday, they said a light drizzle.
Yeah, and real quick, Cory, I'm so sorry to interrupt what you guys are talking about, but the sun's coming up and those windows are behind you. Don't you need to crawl in your casket?
Yeah, where are your blackout shades? Aren't you going to burn?
Well, we had a gal on Jim Bob Cooter's grandmother. She was selling curtains a couple days ago, and I thought about buying those, but I couldn't find the link online, so I guess we're going to have to deal with the sunlight.
Yeah.
You look, you guys. I'm blown away by it wasn't just the local weather people that sort of got it wrong. I mean, we're getting, I suppose, if we're gonna get something in the range that they gave us, right? It just wasn't like the extreme range,
right?
But the damn National Weather Service,
yeah,
the big one. The one that basically everybody just like looks to when they're on their phone, whether they're using an Apple phone or whatever, they got it wrong.
Yeah.
So we can't really blame the local people as much as the national people got it wrong as well.
That's
is
a great point.
Snow? Oh, go ahead. Well, is snow the only thing that they get like hideously wrong? Like, are they ever wrong about like any other massive weather thing, like are they ever wrong about like a tornado, or are they ever wrong about anything else? It always seems to be snow though. Where like sometimes we'll hear like we're going to get 10 inches of snow, and then we get like a half of inch. Like they're historically off mostly on snow, in my opinion.
Yeah, snow is notoriously hard to predict, and if you look at like how they did the forecast, you not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We're laughing at Sauce.
What I just said was just honestly
you're right. No, you're right.
No, it's dumb.
It's very hard to predict, and it's what like we saw 83% confidence that we're going to get 20 inches or more a couple days ago. Well, there's still that 17%, and that's unfortunately for snow lovers where we hit, and for people who don't like their plans getting changed for no
tough break
reason.
For snow lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if Rosie's flight will take off, though. He's supposed to take off in 2 hours.
The best was yesterday.
Most of them are canceled.
That's
Yeah,
what
there's no chance. There's no chance he's flying out.
Well, he put in zero effort to come in today.
Percent chance Rosie right now is at the terminal telling everybody the end of The Last of Us.
Hey,
No, I'm not kidding you. Like Kelly and I just started watching it, and there's a major part that he just blurts out yesterday during that interview, and I look at Hawk, I go, like, I didn't know that until like at least episode 2, and he's like, well, this is happening. It's like he wrote it.
Hey, can I continue to rip on Rosie?
Yeah,
Of
go ahead,
course.
please.
It's Rip and Rosie hour. Okay, so you know, I heard that with the Twin Cities Live bit yesterday that like on Tuesday I had heard that, you know, maybe you guys wouldn't be able to make it in, or it's going to be, you know, because of all the snow terrorists out there, that it was going to be so apocalyptic nobody could drive anywhere, right?
Right.
And so I totally get it. So I'm like a little bit of a fire drill, calling people like, are you guys going to be able to make it, whatever. So I call Rosie, and I'm like, hey, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on tomorrow's show? And he starts hemming and hawing. He's like, you know, what the weather people say, and it's gonna be like this, and the blizzard, and blah blah. He's like, I'm supposed to fly out on Thursday. I just don't know if I'm gonna fly out on Thursday. I'm like, okay. And he's like, you know, I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know if I haven't gotten any alerts about it. I don't know if they're gonna cancel my flight. And we got this home that we're renting, and there's this like a lot of moving parts, and like, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do about Thursday's flight. What the hell does that have to do with Wednesday?
Right,
The show is
Yeah.
Wednesday. If you think that you're going to spend all afternoon during our Twin Cities Live broadcast dealing with Delta or whoever you're flying for that hour and a half to 2 hours, you're out of your mind. You were so preoccupied by this flight on Thursday. I don't know. I don't know if I can drive in.
Well, and yesterday we're all in the hallway discussing what's going to happen today with the KFAN snow day. And he looks at Hawkey, goes, all right, see you Monday. Like, he put in zero effort to ask like how we're going to connect on this bit. Zero effort in. Well, he literally, you could see where he lives from like one of the windows in our building. And he's just like, I'm out. I don't care. He gave no effort into figuring out how we were going to put the KFAN snow day together. Because he's so preoccupied with a buddy of his house.
Full disclosure, yesterday morning when we were driving in and Twin Cities had gotten, I don't know, 2 to 3 inches maybe. The roads were slick. We got to work and all three of us are like, we ain't going to Twin Cities Live today. If this is how bad it is in the morning and it's supposed to get worse Wednesday afternoon, we're like, there's no way we're getting there. We're like, how are we going to get home? Especially if it's supposed to be a cyclone of snow at 2:00.
Yeah.
How are we going to get home at 4:30? When we left Twin Cities Live last night, I bet I can get from Twin Cities Live to my house in maybe a little under 30 with no traffic. We were leaving at 4:40, right? That's rush hour in a blizzard.
Yeah.
I got home, I think, in 35 minutes. I was going almost full speed the whole time.
No traffic at all.
There was zero people on the road because everybody thought it was going to be the apocalypse. So no one was on the road. There was no rush hour traffic. Piece of cake. 100% worth it. It was super fun. So, yeah, we panicked yesterday morning. We're like, how do we get out of this? I don't want to drive to the middle of nowhere during a blizzard, but obviously it was super fun, and the blizzard was avoided.
I totally get it. I even asked our executive producer Mike Marcotte the other day. I go, hey, so this Thursday show that we've got coming up, not the Power Trip show, just like Thursday is supposed to be the worst day. And now we're in Thursday right now. It's like the odds of us actually not doing a show. And he's like, oh, like zero chance. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, just leave early. And I'm like, okay. So like we're gonna be doing the show no matter what. But I'm with you. I had probably the best commute home yesterday that I've had since I've worked on the show.
No one was on the road.
Yeah,
and it's mostly because nobody was on the road.
Yeah. Real quick, guys, as we go to break, a little tease for the news when we come back. Minnesota lawmakers say they have an agreement on sports betting legislation. We'll break that down when we come back, guys, if that's all right with you.
Right on. Snow Day, Power Trip Morning Show right here on The Fan.
Time turns to rust and it's hard for you to trust every turn, every shoulder you feel. But I'm right.
It's a Power Trip Snow Day on The Fan.
Soar to new heights with Collins Aerospace. Collins is now hiring machinists. Receive competitive pay, benefits, an employee scholar program, and a $3,000 sign-on bonus. Apply today at jobs.collinsaerospace.com.
Treasure Island Resort and Casino, TICasino.com. 1 week from tonight, the Power Trip Morning Show takes over the Parlay Lounge at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. We're going to be playing a whole bunch of games, 7 to 9 p.m. Not a broadcast, just a fun little show that we're going to play that we've been doing for years. A bunch of prizes to give away, but the end of the night, 5 rubes are going to get to come on stage and play initials. The winner gets a trip for 2 to Las Vegas with the Power Trip Morning Show. Then we're all staying overnight at TI. You can book a room right now at TICasino.com, and then a live broadcast next Friday, March 3rd, Power Trip Morning Show at the Parlay Lounge, including the first initials major of the year. So Marnie's going to be there. Parrish will be there. AJ will be there. It'll be super fun. TICasino.com for more information on that show. And then also while you're there and booking hotel rooms, I assume as well, you can get tickets to Dane Cook. He's going to be doing stand-up in April. Warrant and Lita Ford are going to be there in March. Gabriel Iglesias in August. It's TICasino.com.
What really stands out about Shane Company is the vibe here. It's fun and welcoming. Hey there, I'm a Shane Company jewelry consultant, and my team and I will work together to make sure you have the best experience possible. We want you to feel at ease. It's a family business, and we'll treat you like family. We'll do whatever it takes to help you find what you're looking for and respect your budget. There are a lot of great things we offer at Shane Company that other jewelers don't, like the largest selection of styles in every price range and endless options to personalize your jewelry. Did you know you can create a necklace or ring starting with one of our beautiful gemstones and then watch our master jewelers at work? That's right. There's a jeweler workshop here in our store. That means you can see firsthand the craftsmanship and attention to detail they put into everything they do. If you've never been here, visit us today and see what we have to offer. It's more than fine jewelry. It's a really fun time.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and Shaneco.com.
Meatsauce here with football season in the review mirror. It doesn't mean you stop eating pizza. Plenty more sports, plenty more family gatherings to have pizza at. Get the best frozen pizza you could possibly eat at 7thAvenuePizza.com. If you go into a store and they don't have 7th Avenue Pizza, ask for it by name. Bye.
The oldest daughter goes, Dad, look across the lake at the old man on his dock. There's another drunk, blind old white man just...
Bert Kreischer live on stage. Target Center, Saturday, February 25th. Get tickets now at targetcenter.com.
9520-RES. Hey, it's Cory Cove from the Power Trip Morning Show. The month is almost over, but February is the month of love, and Zero Res wants you to love your carpet by cleaning it. 9520-RES, and they'll do it the Zero Res way, and they're going to give you an unbelievable deal. One of the best deals of the year, 3 rooms of carpet, Zero Resified, for just $119. And the way you get that is asking for the KFAN special. 3 rooms, $119. And this month, if you ask for the KFAN special, they will also throw in a free hallway, which is exactly what I did 2 weeks ago. I got my entire upstairs done. All 3 bedrooms look spectacular, and we have a hallway, of course, connecting them. That looks spectacular. So if you need a reset button on your upstairs, your downstairs, your cabin, your business, call 9520-RES and ask for the KFAN special, or go to ZeroResMinnesota.com right now and book it today. 9520-RES. Mention KFAN. Ask for the KFAN special. Spell it backward or forward. It spells the same. It's Zero Res.
Higher quality, not higher prices. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
Stuck at home today? Stick with us. It's a snow day on the Fan.
The Preposterous Statement Tournament VVV is underway. Tune into the Common Man program each day during the 1 o'clock hour to hear updates on the action, and head to KFAN's Twitter page to make your voice heard on which statement should take home the honor as most preposterous. PST VVV is powered by Arthur's Jewelers.
My Lord.
Hawkey, your face is melting.
Wow. Where did you get my high school face? What is he doing?
Why does he have that mask?
Because I think he makes my dad wear it.
Jeez.
What is that?
You want me to unmute you there, Hawk? For you can find it. Give me a thumbs up.
What is that?
Oh, I can't unmute you, I guess.
Man,
that is a hideous mask. It really
hideous.
Oh.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, barely, but yes.
Yeah, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. It's a snow day. Bitchin'. Holy crap, this is scary.
So yesterday on Twin Cities Live, you changed hats all the time. Are you changing masks every segment?
I've got so many. As you can imagine, with what I do for Christmas, we did it for Halloween every year too. And so I spent a ridiculous amount of money on masks every year. Look at this thing, man. I mean, I could be in Slipknot with this sumbitch here. And if you can't see that, well, then you're not watching us on the KFAN social media channels. I mean, look at that. That's intense, right?
What did you pay for that?
Oh, I guarantee about $200. And I had to cut one eyeball out because it was scratching my eyeball. Through the back of the head.
Oh, wait, you cut that eyeball out?
I had to. It was literally sticking into my eyeball when I put it on. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, so there you go. It's a Power Trip Snow Day. And yeah. I got all kinds of crap. Don't you worry. This is only the beginning. Let me put a hat back on here. Hold on. Broadcasting live from our homes. It is pretty snowy out here in Maple Grove from what I'm getting on a lot of the comments and some emails and stuff like that. Different parts of the Twin Cities, especially south of the Twin Cities, getting just destroyed right now by wind and snow. So it is hitting everywhere where it was supposed to hit. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't know what I expected. I expected to wake up this morning and it was kind of like The Last of Us, like the whole part that Rosie told us about yesterday on Twin Cities Live. That's what I was expecting when I woke up this morning. So I don't know. Maybe I was expecting too much.
You know what it is for me, though? And we may end up having the snow totals be right where they said that it was going to be, right in the range. It's the type of snow. It's coming down so fine and dry or whatever that I just, in my mind, I pictured it was going to be like this big flakes and this heavy snow. It's going to kind of look ominous when you look outside. It just looks nice and pretty when you look out the window.
Yep, we all thought it was going to be Hoth, right, where we were going to have to slice open tauntauns and like stay inside them to stay warm. It looks like a fun little day to take the kids sledding. It's not. Right. It doesn't look dangerous or threatening at all. It looks super fun.
No.
Yeah.
Who cares?
This is what let's see. It says over here. Jevin says on the comment section here, the land of Mussman is getting piss pounded.
How's the weather?
Yeah, I think that whole sentence is a euphemism.
Right. He must met that guy at the bar last night.
I forgot about Muss. I think that is the one rumor that the Vikings couldn't keep secret.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. All right.
That sounded like the news, but do you want to do the actual news?
I have
like
really
breaking
good
news on Muss.
Yes.
That's good.
Let's do it. Hit the news.
KFAN News
with
Chris Hawkey, presented
me.
by the St. Paul Saints.
That's right. Thank you, St. Paul Saints. I know it's snowing and crazy out there, but it's going to be baseball season in the St. Paul area soon. Thank you, Saints. Democrats at the Minnesota State House say they have a deal to legalize sports betting in this state. DFL lawmakers on Tuesday said they have an agreement with Minnesota's tribes and professional sports teams to move forward. The proposal doesn't include the state's horse tracks, but supporters say they are still confident. Lawmakers have been trying to legalize sports gambling in Minnesota for the past 5 years, but haven't been able to get the plan through the state Senate. DFL leaders say they hope to get over that hurdle this year. Ben, I'll tell you what, if you want an expert on Twin Cities Live today or tomorrow to talk about this, Creasel's your guy. He gave us a great breakdown yesterday of exactly what's going on and exactly what the issues are. And I think it may have gotten a little farther yesterday than he thought it was going to.
Well, I'll definitely keep that in my back pocket and present that to our meeting today. But okay, so since you guys got the breakdown, maybe you guys can answer this question. Why? This is such a dumb question, I feel like. Why does the state lawmakers need to get approval from the actual sports teams?
I don't have the answer to that question, and maybe it just has something to do with some kind of agreements we had with actually having sports teams in the state. I don't know, and their individual as leagues dealings with sports gambling. So I don't have a good answer for you on that, but that's something we should look up.
I don't think they need it. I think it helps them when it comes to pushing the bill through. I don't think they needed it. It's another way to help get some more votes to pass it.
Hey, the other question I wish we would have asked Creasel yesterday, because I thought about it after the fact. is he said something like the tribes would have 11 different licenses, right? That each tribe would have their own license. Does that mean 11 different companies? Because I know some states like FanDuel will win the contract, or DraftKings wins the contract, or whatever it is. Was he suggesting that all 11 would have to find one partner, or they each would be able to select their own? Zach, you're nodding your head.
Yeah, everybody will be able to select their own, according to the presser that I watched the other day. So,
which is good, then, right?
No,
open competition.
Mm-hmm. No, and then you go to Colorado, and they've got like everybody is in Colorado.
Perfect.
How long, and if this passes, whenever it does, how long will it take for them to? No, not that question, Hawkey. How long will this take for it to be like up and running, and then you can bet on sports? Because I would assume they will want it as fast as possible.
I don't know if we have the exact answer to that because it will depend on, like you said, multiple factors. I would imagine. I think Creasel, when he talked about this last year, he said if it passed, it would be at least 2023. So now that we're in 2023, I'd imagine that hasn't changed, and we'll probably see it next year if it passes.
My buddy Dan on the chat over here said Creasel said yesterday that the teams involved probably was to rush it through and not face opposition from any of the leagues, any of the teams. Just make it happen quicker. If you get their permission before you do it, you don't have to worry about running into any roadblocks after, which makes sense.
Because it'd be interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting too if this passed and like it was available. Obviously, the latest they would want it is the beginning of the football season, right? Like, I mean, the March Madness tournament is probably too close because that's 2.5 weeks away,
Sure.
but that would be the perfect thing to have this all set up for, but that's probably a pipe dream at this point.
And they're also thinking long term, right? They don't want to rush an opening and botch it. They want to make sure this works and is the correct plan for the next 50 years.
No, because there have been plenty of places that have rushed the legalized marijuana, and it's been an absolute disaster in some states.
And
right,
Chris
Zach?
said that yesterday, right? That you got to do
Yeah.
this right. You can't kind of.
Yeah.
I think he used the toothpaste analogy that you can't put it back in the and whatever. So I don't know. We'll see.
So toothpaste is the stuff you use to brush your teeth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. With what? What do I put it on? My hands?
Yeah, no, just put it on your.
Well, that would be an upgrade for not doing it. I mean, it's better to.
My teeth aren't as bad as the mask Hawkey just had on.
You're right.
I mean, you guys make it seem like I should go like back into the closet and hide until the sun goes down.
You know, 2 weeks ago you had barnacles on your teeth.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. Hey, 20 years ago, Hawk had crabs in his public hairs. That doesn't mean he's gross now.
I'm not sure that's. Well, yeah, you're right. I don't know how to argue with that, but
it was 20 years ago.
You know what the problem is with ripping you on the show today is everybody's watching us on all the different KFAN social media channels for the KFAN Snow Day. They can see that you're not hideous, you have great teeth, and you're not that fat. So the jokes don't land as hard. It pees me off. Okay, look at that.
Though.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. Maybe take off your hat.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Ah, you got a mask on. Man, let's straighten up for a minute before I do this next story, because this is totally horrible, and I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but if you haven't heard, an Orlando TV station is in mourning after what it calls a terrible tragedy for the whole community. A reporter and a photographer with Spectrum News 13 were shot yesterday while covering a story in Orange County. The reporter died, and the photographer is in critical condition. A 19-year-old man was arrested for that shooting, and 2 others that left a woman and a 9-year-old girl dead. So apparently they were there covering one death. As they were sitting in their car, he walked over, shot both of them, then left the scene, went home, and shot a woman and a 9-year-old girl as well. So I don't know why that guy is still alive this morning. They do have him in custody, but my goodness sakes.
All right, I don't want to be the guy that spreads misinformation.
Okay, go ahead.
I read this on Twitter. Somebody tell me immediately if I'm wrong. But so is it true that he was the one who did the original crime and he was coming back to the scene?
I believe that's what I read as well. Yeah, I don't have that in my AP story, but I read that in a different story that I don't trust as much.
Yeah, that's why I hesitated as well.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, I mean, that's insane, right? You do something horrible, the news is on the scene, and you go back just to wreak more havoc at the scene of the crime. And like you said, including a 9-year-old. I mean, who was, I think a couple of houses over or something. Who knows? I mean, oh, man.
I know.
What a nightmare.
What do you even say?
Yeah.
I know. And it's just, it's terrible for a million reasons, but my gosh, man, I always say to myself, I can't believe those reporters are doing what they're doing. You see them, obviously we joke about the storms and stuff like that, but those folks are in harm's way and there's no personal security with them. And they're out there talking to somebody who witnessed something and they're standing at the scene of the crime. That's a scary thing. So RIP to them and everybody just be careful and take care of each other for God's sakes, man. Anybody disagree with that, or is everybody cool?
Sauce, where'd you get the homeless dog?
Oh,
that's my Muppy.
That's Muppet, right? Is that the famous Muppet?
Famous Muppy.
Yeah.
Wow.
She needs a haircut badly. She kind of looks like Hawkey in the 70s, but yeah. Power Trip Bets just texted me that Kansas got their gambling bit up and running in 4 months, and it takes about 8 to 9 months after the legalization of it.
Okay.
Yeah, the infrastructure obviously is in place for the people they're going to use to help them get this done. So it shouldn't take too long. But they want to, as we've said a couple of times, you don't want to screw anything up because if you do, it'll go away as soon as you get it. So that makes sense to me. Power Trip Morning Show having a snow day, Corey.
Yeah, well, now I want Ben to put his Great Dane on his lap.
Yeah, let's
and that
see
was,
that,
again,
Ben.
And that, again, was not a euphemism. He has an actual large Great Dane that I would like to see him hold like Meatsauce is holding his dog Muppet.
Yeah, that is not the same thing as Musland getting piss pounded.
Zach's on his way to Musland.
And now Zach just left the studio. I don't know if I should throw it to break because he's now running out the door.
Can we get a break?
You can do it.
Okay.
We'll do Fan 5 with Sauce and Vikings news with Ben after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show Snow Day. We're all broadcasting from our homes right here on The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads covered with snow and ice, and the wind is blowing more snow all over. Visibilities are reduced. It's really slippery, especially on ramps and bridge decks. Looking at 35W northbound at 26, got a stall in the right lane. Southbound, just south of 26, the left lane is blocked with a disabled vehicle. There's a spin out 694 eastbound at Snelling. There have been several along Highway 169. That's Traffic on the Fan, sponsored by White Bear Mitsubishi.
No matter the weather, feel safe on the road with great traction and safety features of a White Bear Mitsubishi SUV with super all-wheel control. White Bear Mitsubishi's SUVs start at $299 a month with a free lifetime powertrain warranty. Check out all the great deals at whitebearmitsubishi.com.
Meatsauce here for my incredible friends at Window Nation and windownation.com. You're going to hopefully in a couple of months open those windows, get that spring air into your home. Well, if you have your windows closed right now, which I hope you do, and you have your heat on, I would guess if you have bad windows, a lot of that heat is going out your cracked, ugly windows. If you're working at home today and you're maybe by your windows, take a look at them. If they're ugly and cracked, replace them with windows from my friends at Window Nation and windownation.com. They're the absolute best windows. They also have the best deal. Pay zero down, make zero payments. You get 0% financing for 24 months. That's 2 years, no interest. Plus, you get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. There is no limit. Go to windownation.com or call 866-90-NATION. My friends at Window Nation are the best. They have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Everything they do is A+, and that includes that A from the Better Business Bureau. My friends also at Window Nation are here to help you. If you have bad windows, get them replaced immediately. It is costing you money to have that heat, and soon, when summer rolls around and you have the AC on and that cool air is going out the cracks of your windows, it is costing you money every second you have bad windows. Window Nation and windownation.com. That's windownation.com.
What I love about working at Shane Company is that there's always something new going on. New things to look at, new jewelry for you to try on, new offerings. In addition to our great selection of natural diamonds, we recently brought in lab-grown diamonds. A lab-grown diamond has all the same properties as a natural diamond. It's a real diamond, just as beautiful, and made in a lab. You can't tell the difference. I invite you to come in and see for yourself. At Shane Company, you can compare 2 diamonds side by side and decide what's right for you. We offer the largest selection of natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds. Choose from 10 beautiful shapes in a wide range of sizes, all hand-selected by our diamond experts for quality, beauty, and sparkle. Whether you choose a natural diamond or a lab-grown diamond, you can be sure it'll be absolutely gorgeous. So visit us today. We can't wait to show you what's new.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and Shaneco.com.
Meatsauce here for my incredible new friends at Continuum Weight and Wellbeing. You can find out more at sauceloss.com. The journey of losing weight is not fun, but when you have a team like I do at Continuum Weight and Wellbeing, the journey is easy. Meal plans, not shakes and bars, none of that stuff. It's your own food. They lay out a full meal plan for you, every single meal, a full grocery list of what you need to start your weight loss journey. Go to sauceloss.com to find out more. Continuum Weight and Wellbeing is the absolute best.
The casino at Canterbury Park is offering $500 in free play for all new MVP members. Play blackjack, baccarat, and the largest progressive table games, jackpots around. $500 in free play. CanterburyPark.com for details.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better." Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Hi, my name is Chris Hawkey. I'm here for Builders Remodelers at BuildersRemodelers.com. You know, they're offering 2023 home show specials. Everybody can save on any roofing, siding, door, or window project. Like check this out. Buy 1 window, get your second window half off. Plus, home show special savings of an additional $50 off per window. And not just any window, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Elements triple pane windows, the highest rated windows in the industry. Best products, great prices, professionally installed by builders and remodelers for over 70 years. Go to Builders and Remodelers at BuildersRemodelers.com. Nobody does it better.
Soar to new heights with Collins Aerospace. Collins is now hiring machinists. Receive competitive pay, benefits, an employee scholar program, and a $3,000 sign-on bonus. Apply today at jobs.collinsaerospace.com.
Bradshaw and Bryant, seeking justice for the injured. Online at minnesotapersonalinjury.com.
Minnesota Wild Columbus Blue Jackets tonight at 6 on the station for Minnesota Wild Hockey. FM 100.3 KFXN Minneapolis St. Paul, The Fan.
Join the power trip at Treasure Island on March 2nd and 3rd as we broadcast live and give you a shot to join the crew in Vegas on March 2nd. It will be live from the Parlay Lounge from 7 to 9 with guests and a shot to play initials for a free trip to Vegas with the show, along with other prizes like a 55-inch TV. On March 3rd, the show will be live with the first initials major of the year and a shot at a spot on the Vegas trip. Learn more at KFAN.com. Make the keyword calendar.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Bob Roberts says, someday in the far future, KFAN will learn about live chat and interact with it. We know how to do it. We just don't want to. Let's see. Love the home show. Well done to everybody. That is from Jack McTeague. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it very much. Hawk, what do you use for audiobooks? I use Audible, but there's a couple of different sources out there. I love them. Power Trip Live from our homes. And we are, you can watch us from any of these social media channels that KFAN has. In fact, it's an entire KFAN/Power Trip Snow Day. Everybody live from their homes today and this afternoon to make sure we're all safe. And again, to everybody in Worthington and down that area, y'all be careful out there. I just was, I think Dan or somebody sent me a shot of all the roads that are literally closed in that part of the state right now. And I mean, the major highways, they're telling you do not travel anywhere right now. So they are getting what we all thought we were going to get up here.
So they're getting piss pounded.
They're getting pish pounded. That's exactly.
Is it hot? Is the piss hot?
I can't. You'll have to check that yourself, buddy.
No, because it would melt the snow, Zach. Everybody.
Oh, good point. Okay. Yeah, how are they going to write their name? Yeah.
And you just lay on the ground.
Touche. Yeah, right. Cory Cove, good morning to you, sir. How are you? You're muted, buddy. I just
Hell,
so you know.
there we
Yeah,
go.
there you go. Okay, I could see that you were talking, but nobody could hear you.
Well,
so
I
go
didn't
ahead.
know. I don't know how to interact with the comment section, and I don't know how to unmute myself.
Yeah, ain't that the truth, man?
Yeah.
Um,
Tough break
let's
for
see.
me.
The cast of cartoon characters are all now in my living room. Yeah, that's true. Right, we're all in your living room right now. Thanks, Ben. Ben
Ben.
Shearer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
right.
Daddy.
I think Ben wants not Ben Lieber, Ben Shearer wants Sauce to do the sports. He's very anxious.
There's no doubt about it, man. He loves doing sports. So can we get some of that from me there, Saucy?
Of course.
Boom.
On the
The Wild.
Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Nailed it.
We'll get better at it, ladies and gentlemen. We will get better. And you're right. The button bar is what's missing. I need access to my button bar on this machine here. I'm sure I can get that.
The Wild battle the Blue Jackets tonight in Columbus at 6. The Wild have won 3 straight. Will look to make it 4 straight against an awful Blue Jackets team who is 18-34-5, the second worst record in the league. The Wild are minus 190, and they are 8th in the West, Zacho.
Yeah, they got some much-needed points in the homestand. Now they got to figure it out on the road and keep that going. Encouraging results, but yeah, tonight's a good way to start a road trip against a pretty weak Blue Jackets squad.
Does the 3 straight wins, possibly 4 tonight against the Blue Jackets, mean they might make a move a week from today or a week from tomorrow for the NHL trade deadline?
I wouldn't want to be Bill Guerin. I'll just say that because I know they just recalled.
I
Dakota
disagree.
Mermis.
You would switch places with Bill in a heartbeat.
In a second.
He's the GM of the Wild.
Come on.
Why would you not want to be
one of
Bill
those
Guerin?
things that people say, don't they? Like, I wouldn't want to be that person. Actually, I would because he's very wealthy and has had a great hockey career. But
no.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but you wouldn't want to be him this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be him this particular week. It's such a weird year. This is such a weird team because you could make a case to just go into the rest of the season and try to continue to build, and you could make a case to perhaps get a rental and make a push for the playoffs. I think this is going to be a tough decision for Mr. Guerin, but I do trust him. He's made some phenomenal decisions in his short tenure here, and I wouldn't expect any different in the next week.
You wouldn't even want to switch for a week, just like Kirk Cameron and Dudley Moore did in the 1980s movie Like Father, Like Son?
I'd switch for a week. I'd live the life of
even this week
NHL GM. Yeah,
this week. You said
this week would be tough.
Yeah,
that would be tough because that's a lot of decision making. That'd be like, I wouldn't want to be an NFL coach for the Super Bowl.
Think about it. You'd be calling other NHL GMs left and right, wheeling and dealing, worried about the trade deadline, and Bill Guerin would be in a St. Louis Park hotel masturbating.
That was amazingly accurate. Yeah,
unbelievably accurate.
Yeah, you guys know who might be doing that right now? Look at Shelly in the chat.
Shelley wow!
Yeah.
Corey's so sexy. I love snow days. So can see him better. Creepy. Look at you. Wait a minute. Just so you know, Shelly, Corey's the one on the bottom right-hand side of the screen.
Yeah, not the
top right is Ben, not Corey.
Yeah. She read too many of those vampire books when she was younger.
Yeah,
I'm like Robert
Twilight
Pattinson.
series.
Yeah, you're like Edward.
Oh my God, you are.
Yeah, you sort of are. That's true.
And you don't even need like the film filter to make yourself even. It's
all right, Zach.
Perfect.
Yeah, calm down, Zach. You don't get to switch places with Shelly this week.
Hey, back to the Bill Guerin thing real quick. I'm sure this was reported a lot when it happened, but it was the first time I'd heard it when I was doing the show with Don the other night. Marc-Andre Fleury and Bill Guerin were at one point teammates. How about that?
Yeah, years ago in Pittsburgh.
Isn't that something? That's crazy. Man.
Yeah, it's and that's why he was so loyal to him over the last couple of years here at the Wild. A lot of people thought there's a lot of Team Talbot folks out there. There are a lot of Team Fleury people out there, and Bill was clearly loyal to his guy. And nice thing is we got Philip Gustafson, who's playing really well too. So
good. See, Ben, I got hockey knowledge.
That was pretty good.
You are full to the brim with hockey knowledge.
No, that's very sweet of you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're full to the low back.
Yeah. Don Keydick says Kane is a $10 million player and unrestricted free agent at the India. That's too much for too little. Thank you, Mr. Keydick.
That rumor won't go away, though, man. The Patrick Kane thing will not. Everybody just assumes it's going to happen. There's a lot of people.
A lot of people are saying this.
A lot of people. I don't know why I say that. It's like my verbal crutch.
Yeah,
Some
it is, man.
people are saying that.
No, I like it. It's my favorite verbal crutch that you have.
Yeah,
I have a lot of them. I apologize.
No, I love it.
The Wolves are back tomorrow night, but the NBA is back playing tonight. But the Wolves battle the awful Hornets tomorrow at 7. The Wolves cling to the 8th spot in the West. They are -7.5 versus the Hornets.
I'm not sure I caught any of that.
You know what? I'm so sorry, Sus, because I do this too often, and my apologies. But it does sound like you feel like you're taking a test every time you read. Like you're standing in front of the class reading a speech you wrote, and you're very nervous about it every time you do the sports.
Here's the thing. When we do it in the studio, I can see how closely Cory is listening. Hi. And but now he's right to my right, and he's just looking down at me, and I know I can hear that smirk in his voice. So that's why fine, I'll just read it like I normally would.
No, but you know what else? But also trust yourself, because
believe in yourself.
You doubt you doubt every stat that you write down because you know you didn't double check it. Right? And that's why I have to listen, because I know you didn't double check it. I got to make sure that you're actually saying things that are correct.
Right.
Just read the rest of it. Regardless if it's right or wrong, just believe that it's right and just read it like this is fact. It was quadruple checked, and the people need to know this. You ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Wait, I read that. The Gophers continue to be horrible. They lost 88-70 to Maryland. The Gophers have won 1 Big Ten game, and they have lost 11 straight. They are 1-15 in the Big Ten and 7-19 overall. Selection Sunday is 2 weeks from this Sunday.
7th Avenue Pizza.
Better, you guys.
Better.
Good coaching, Cory Cove.
Yeah, good job.
I still felt a little bit of doubt sneak in there. Do one more. Do one more with zero doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, he did lose a little energy when he looked away from his paper.
Yep. Keep your eyes on your paper.
Can you hold the paper up so you're looking at the camera and the paper at the same time? Oh, you're using your phone.
It's all written on my phone, because if I write it, I can't read it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. You ready? Tell me when.
Anytime.
Meantime. Sunday's NBA All-Star Game was the lowest rated and least watched edition of the game. The ratings declined 29% in viewership, 27% down from last year's All-Star Game. The record low audience places the NBA All-Star Game well behind this year's NFL Pro Bowl. This year's audience was as bad as the 2000 game for the NBA All-Star
Go
game.
back to that pose. Go back to that pose, please. The exact pose you were just using, please.
Put your phone back up
exactly like you just were, please. That's you had it in the
No.
other. You don't know
No,
what
you
you're
had it
doing.
in the other hand.
You had it in the other hand.
Yeah. No.
Now you had your other hand down.
Yep. Now put
No,
the phone
all the way
up.
down in your lap. You had no. Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. That's what it looks like when he's masturbating. Isn't it?
Oh man.
I don't listen to
I
a
don't want
word
to
you
know.
say.
Hey, okay. I'm sorry I discussed you so
No, I love it. Are
much,
you kidding me?
Corey.
I
No,
love
I know
you.
you.
Oh,
You
Chris
don't
is the
care.
one that's disgusted.
No, but you hate me, Corey. I
turned
can
on. I
feel
didn't say I
it.
was
You wouldn't
disgusted.
hold my hand yesterday when we were on the TV. I made ample opportunities to get closer to you physically, and you were disgusted. It's like I'm a disease to you.
You mean
You
the
not like
disease
me
that
anymore?
that Rosie spoiled and talked about on the segment about what he's watching?
The
The
bit
infection?
about the young gal that he just blatantly said is it's like saying, hey, at the end of Forrest Gump, his mom dies. It's like Rosie, whatever.
Hey
Yeah,
Ben, speaking of bad ratings, and I should say Ben and Chris, because this is aimed at Chris, because Chris is one of the only people on the planet that believes in the XFL, USFL,
animal control,
whatever. Right.
I bought a St. Louis Thunderhawks hat. It's on the way in the mail to me right now.
Of course you did.
It looks cool.
The XFL ratings 50% lower than the same window of games 2 years ago for version 2.0. Actually, 3 years ago. So games in 2020 50% lower this year than they were 3 years ago. Vegas and Arlington had 1.54 million viewers, and the games, again, 2 years ago had closer to 3 million or a little over 3 million.
Because people don't care.
People don't care.
But let me ask you,
does.
Ben. I like you're pointing at like the side of the. Go ahead, do that again. There's nobody over there.
Wrong way.
It's like yesterday when I was trying to pinch Ben's face and it looked like I was going into.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying now. What the hell was I saying?
XFL ratings. XFL, USFL.
Oh yeah.
Stand up
As
for
a
a TV show.
as a former player, Ben, do you think players are excited about? Obviously, they are, right? It's opportunities for kids who didn't make in the NFL, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But the thing is, like, who was like a couple of the quarterbacks? DiNucci, he's like the one that played, I think, at Dallas for the Cowboys.
Yeah, AJ McCarron.
So a lot of these guys already had opportunities to get in the league,
right? Yeah.
So the XFL is not going to do if you show out in the XFL, but you've had multiple opportunities in the NFL. I don't think the NFL executives are going to be like, oh, well, we got to give this guy another chance. Because all this actual NFL tape is hard to evaluate. Let's go evaluate this XFL stuff. I think there's going to be a success story or two from some of these guys that get overlooked or whatever. They don't get invited to the combine. They don't get picked up. They're not a free agent in the NFL, and they go to the XFL and they get a chance, right?
Right.
Kavonte Turpin, I think from the Cowboys might be a good example of that. Like he showed out as a kick returner. He was undersized kid from TCU, and they're like, oh my gosh, this guy's a ridiculous returner. Like we got to have him on an NFL roster. And then he kicked ass in the preseason for the Cowboys, made the roster, one of the best in the league. I think there's going to be opportunities like that, but nobody's going to watch. Like I don't want football year round. I don't know about you guys. I know I'm speaking to the choir for a large mass of the choir because the ratings prove me that nobody really cares around the country. It doesn't matter. Like it could be somebody, an A-lister bigger than The Rock that's promoting this thing. People don't care. They want their weekends back. They don't want to be sitting around all year long watching low-grade football in the spring.
You're so right. I couldn't agree more. And I know this sounds silly, guys, but if they would put the games always on, like, say, Wednesday night, some weird night in prime time on Wednesday night when you always knew that it was going to be on and you always knew it was going to be on NBC. That's the only way, because I never know when the games are on and when they're happening. I'm being honest about this. I think they could have some sort of small niche if they gave it a couple of months off and then did the USFL season and they did it on Wednesday night. They called it Wednesday Night Football. It was, and that way you separate it from what they're trying to compete with, because you can't compete with the NFL.
That's a good idea.
Ben, I might be in the minority on this part, but there's something about the team names that just always sound fake to me. Like in the movie Any Given Sunday, it's the Miami Sharks. And I'm like, why do I care about the Sharks? Like if that had been the Dolphins, maybe I would have cared. All of these XFL teams, it just sounds like it's a spoof or it's an SNL skit. I don't remember the team from The Replacements, but whenever it's a fake team name, it just doesn't sound like I should care.
Right? Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys, I feel the same way a little bit, although I do love the Battlehawks name. But I think that is a reaction to the different video football games you guys played growing up. Because if Madden had the NFL teams, you wanted to play Madden more than you wanted to play Blitz football or whatever that didn't have the NFL team names. That's how it kind of feels to me, is like you're playing a cheap version of the NFL.
Well, that was like RBI baseball that we played growing up. That was just a generic couple of teams. And then even like you get to Ken Griffey Jr. baseball, that was a game, Cory, and I think you played as well on Super Nintendo. That had the teams, but it didn't have the MLB players, whatever thing available. So it was just made up names, but you knew who the guys were, kind of like the college football games.
I think Zach's praying to the gods right now. He's just staring at the ceiling.
What are you looking at there, Zach? Remember, people can see you.
Looking at
what are you
guys.
doing?
I'm looking at you guys.
Oh, you have us up on a big screen somewhere?
Yeah.
Power Trip Morning Show, again, if you don't know and you wonder why we're talking about what we can see, we are all live from our homes, and maybe, hopefully, you can't tell the difference. Hopefully, it sounds like we're all in the studio. We're not in our basements. It's a KFAN snow day, as we all are broadcasting throughout the day from our homes, and you can watch us do it live on all of the different social media channels. Before you, I want to put this out there, though, Saucy, if you don't mind. I think it's a great asked question from Andrew Lewis, and I don't know. We would encourage you, I would say, to be as honest as you'd like to be, Ben, do you think you could play in the XFL right now or USFL?
No.
Really?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No chance. I've been struggling with the last month with my knee acting up. So and I'm just walking around the house. Hockey, you and I can share this pain together, right?
Yeah.
So when it acts up, I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's something I just tweaked, but it is so painful. It just throbs even just at night when I'm trying to sleep. No chance.
Calm down, Zach.
I'm talking about my knee, Zach.
Ben, I'll tell you, I feel your pain, and I'm not telling you anything you don't know, and I'm sure you've done this before. Get some cortisone shots, dude. The next 6 months, you'll feel like 100%.
I can't do it. I've gotten enough. I've gotten too many.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've gotten too many, man.
I've heard of people doing that. I've never talked to anybody who actually did it. You got so many that it doesn't work for you anymore.
No. It
okay.
Probably works. It's just cortisone injections into your joints is not a long-term solution. It actually degrades,
I know.
It degrades your joints. So I don't want to do that because I had so many when I was a player that I don't want to keep degrading that joint. Anyway, there's no chance that I could play in the XFL right now.
All right.
And even if my knee felt good, I'm too slow. You guys, I played in an era of football we didn't have to cover the pass as much.
Why are you nodding, Zach?
Yeah, Zach,
he says,
I'm
too slow, and you're nodding like you watched his 40 times.
Yeah. Zach, you literally rolled out of bed this morning.
I don't know what
Ben,
that
you
has to do
wouldn't. Ben, you wouldn't want to play for the San Antonio Brahmas or the Vegas Vipers or
You'd want to play for the Vegas Vipers. Come on.
The Seattle Sea Dragons, the Arlington Renegades, the Houston Roughnecks.
Well, how about this? The Washington Commanders sounds like an XFL name.
It does.
It absolutely does. You're so right. Yeah.
Yesterday, Ben, the Titans released a couple of players and got $25 million off their books. Is this something that we might start seeing the Vikings do? Like, there's no timetable other than obviously right before the NFL league year starts, but could we see the Vikings possibly cutting some salary today, tomorrow, or the next couple of days?
Well, I think that it's the most beneficial. It's the most respectful thing that you can do to a couple of players if you know that they're not going to be on the roster. If they're not going to take a cut, or you're not going to you have no plans to extend them and smooth out some of that money. The nicest thing that you can do to the player is let them go as early as possible. If they let the league year start or they run right up to the league year and they cut a guy like Dalvin Cook. If I'm Dalvin Cook, I'm pissed because it's what everybody's been talking about for the last 3 or 4 months, that you may shed his contract. And if you wait till the last moment, then you have no opportunity as your agent or your player to go out and shop yourself. So I would hope for guys that are kind of open and obvious, just go ahead and cut them. Like, if you're not going to use them as leverage, cut them, let them start talking to these agents and talking to these other teams and figuring it out.
Somebody's doggy just barked.
It's mine. I'm having a little bit of a dog fight literally underneath my chair. I have a Great Dane that's half under my chair, and my other little pissant dog. My Great Dane is hanging from my chair, touching the floor.
Lucky.
Yeah. I'd love to be able to see Zach's face in reaction to that.
Now he's
really
going
quick.
back to that hotel room.
And again, thanks to Radco for this bit of Vikings news. Vikings and defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson are working on a contract extension. ESPN is reporting that the two sides have agreed to move Tomlinson's contract void date back to March 15th to buy more time for possible contract extension. I think we both said a lot of good things about him last year, Ben, but he was I think they used him to the point where he was degraded by the end of the game. Would you agree?
Well, yeah, he missed the 4 or 5, maybe 6 games in the middle of the season where he got banged up. So this move, it sounds like it's going to save about $5 million. If they can get an extension done, it'll save $5 million on the salary cap for this year, and kind of give us a little bit of leeway on his contract. So it sounds like all indications point to they're actively discussing an extension. I don't see why he would push this date back if they weren't working on an extension. So I'm hoping that Flores sees the value that we all saw the value of Dalvin Tomlinson. Like, he's a much better pass rusher than people realize, and he's a force when he's healthy.
Power Trip Morning Show broadcasting from our homes. It's a Power Trip / KFAN Snow Day, Cory Cove.
Yeah, 1 hour to go. You can follow us on all social media outlets. Basically, we're broadcasting on all of those. You can follow us on Twitter. And then otherwise, just listen to us. By the way, on-air production meeting, are we going to do the after party today, or do you guys want to push it back and do it after the show tomorrow?
We'll do it tomorrow.
Want to do it tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
Instead of just keeping this StreamYard bit going after the show, let's do it tomorrow. After
whatever you guys want. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't care. What do you think, Paulie? Why is Paul
I'm good with whenever, but Rosie's joining us next, right?
No, Rosie is at the airport screaming at somebody to get on a plane.
Last of Us spoilers right after this with Mark Rosen on The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads. They're snowy, icy, slippery, and the windy conditions are blowing snow around, reducing visibilities. Westbound 94 at 494 and 694 in the Woodbury area. There's a stalled semi blocking the ramp from 94 westbound to 494 southbound. North Highway 10 eastbound at Hanson, there's a spin out into the left ditch. Eastbound 94 past Maple Grove Parkway, there's a spin out blocking the right lane. That's Traffic on the Fan, sponsored by KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken wraps are here. Crispy, crunchy, and wrapped in a warm tortilla. Grab 2 for just $5. Available in classic or spicy slaw. Only at KFC. That's finger licking good.
Man, that guy loves himself some KFC. Hey, it's Hawkey and Sauce. Hey, Saucy.
Hey, Daddy.
You know what's one of the best things about broadcasting from our houses today?
That right behind me is my Sleep Number bed.
Exactly. I'm going to be about 30 seconds after the show in my Sleep Number bed going back to sleep. Man, I love my Sleep Number bed. My Sleep Number's 45. What's yours?
Mine's 55. It's right here. The other part, too, about our beds and how great they are is last night, man, when that snow was coming down and you could hear that wind blowing and you just realized how comfortable we were in each of our Sleep Number beds. It's just the best bed, man. You get a great night's sleep every night. And it's also a bed that, like, I always like to say, you wake up to your alarm in that bed. You don't toss and turn because that bed moves with you. It's just a perfect bed.
Yeah, why would you choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Well, so you can meet your best for yourself and for those you care about most. And now it's time for the ultimate Sleep Number event. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed Plus special financing. This ends on Monday. Only Sleep Number stores or sleepnumber.com. Subject credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See sleepnumber.com for details. Where could they go, buddy?
You can go to Baxter, Minnesota. You can go to the one in Woodbury, the one by you in Maple Grove. They're all over. You're probably driving by a Sleep Number store right now.
New heights with Collins Aerospace. Collins is now hiring machinists. Receive competitive pay, benefits, an employee scholar program, and a $3,000 sign-on bonus. Apply today at jobs.collinsaerospace.com.
I'm here with Ann Tressler, principal attorney at Tressler Law. And I know getting a divorce is a complex undertaking.
It really is. Divorce isn't as black and white as people think. I remind people a divorce involves everything you own, owe, and the rights to raise your own children. There's a reason we only do family law. It's complex and involves more than people understand when they're entering into the process.
Thanks, Ann. To learn more about Tressler Law or to schedule your free 1-hour divorce consultation, visit TresslerLaw.com.
True Treasure Island Resort and Casino, TICasino.com. 1 week from tonight, we're going to be at TI at the Parlay Lounge. The Power Trip Morning Show makes their annual trek down to Red Wing, Minnesota, and we're going to have our big party at the Parlay Lounge. Whole bunch of games, a whole bunch of prizes. Parrish is going to be there. Marnie's going to be there. And, of course, we're going to have a Rube game of initials at the end of the night. 5 of you play initials. The winner at TI gets to win a trip for 2 to Las Vegas with the Power Trip Morning Show. So that'll be super fun. Be there for that. Then stay with us the night of March 2nd by booking a room at TICasino.com because we're going to be doing a live broadcast on Friday, March 3rd from 5:30 to 9, including the first initials major of the year. So that's at 6:15, 7:15, and 8:15. But you got to be there earlier if you want to have a shot at actually participating and playing. TICasino.com for your hotel rooms. And while you're there, get a couple of tickets to Dane Cook in April, Gabriel Iglesias in August, Warren and Lita Ford in March. It's TICasino.com.
And dependable electrical service than we are. And right now, get 10% off general electrical services. Visit earlybirdelectricians.com or call 612-THE-BIRD.
Meatsauce here. I've tried every way to lose weight, and I found the best one and the one that's actually going to help me keep the weight off. That's Continuum Weight and Well-Being at sauceloss.com. My coach Kelly is incredible. She is one of the certified nutritionists at Continuum Weight and Well-Being. You can find it at sauceloss.com.
Get ready for your first Minnesota golf round of 2023. The 32nd annual 2023 Choice Bank Minnesota Golf Show returns to the Minneapolis Convention Center Friday, February 24th through Sunday, February 26th. Grab your foursome and check out all that this year's show has to offer. Free lessons from PGA professionals, great deals on apparel and equipment, plus your chance to sink a putt for $100,000. And so much more. Tickets and more information at minnesotagolfshow.com.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code CAR91 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code CAR91. Use code CAR91 for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up.
From the Evans Transportation Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Fan forecast.
Heavy snow throughout the morning, high of 20, dropping down to 6 below tonight.
Hiring can be a headache. That's why there's Indeed, the hiring platform that removes the hassle. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates. And you can schedule and conduct video interviews right on their site. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Stuck at home today? Stick with us. It's a snow day on the Fan.
KFAN is your shot at a Papa Murphy's family meal pack, which includes a family-sized pepperoni pizza, cookie dough, classic cheesy bread, and a 2-liter soft drink. Enter to win at KFAN.com. Just make the keyword contest.
Oh, man.
What are you doing?
All right, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Chris has yet another mask on. I don't know what that is.
It's a guy that had too many. I don't even know what I'm saying. It wasn't.
It's terrifying. It looks like the Night King, but worse.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids did not like this mask the year I wore it at all. Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. It's a snow day. Take a look at us on all the social media channels. Rawr.
This is going to shock you, Chris. It's hard to hear you through the mask.
Yeah. What did you pay for that one?
Hey, hang on. While Chris is taking that mask off,
Lord.
I can now claim that on taxes, by the way.
Yeah, while Chris is taking that mask off, why don't we text Rosie and have him tell us the end of the Night King? Right? He could call in and give us Game of Thrones spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it. That's got to be Rosie's new bit. We got to get some cool open where he just spoils stuff for other people.
I like it.
Hey, look, it's LL Cool J.
Yo, what up? Mama said, have some sex with you. I can't remember the words of the song.
That was close.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, good. I think it was something like that. Power Trip Morning Show again, and the Fan broadcasting live from our houses all day long as the winter storm rages outside wherever you're at. Please be safe. I hope you get to stay home. And
not that bad.
It's not that bad now here either.
No.
Have yourself a day. Everybody have yourself a day. What are the kiddos going to be doing today, Ben? Anything fun?
Oh, probably. Well, they're currently sleeping in, so they'll get up and they'll just jump right on the couch and probably turn the TV on and sit there for the next 6 hours.
That sounds right.
That sounds like my childhood.
I know. Trying to get these little bastards to do anything around the house yesterday was just such a chore. I mean, I don't know how it is with you guys, Corey, you specifically. That the fact that we have kids the same age. It's like the level of energy just to get them to do the things you want them to do is exhausting. Like I get why I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, it's almost not worth it. I think that kids understand that leverage, that if they just pout and give a little bit of pushback, we just take it if you want something done right, you do it yourself mentality, and then they know that they win. It's kind of like how you said back in the day how you complained that first time you went to Mall of America with Abby, and then she never wanted to shop with you again. It worked, right?
Yeah, it worked. It worked. Yeah, actually, I pulled that trick about maybe a few months into our actual marriage when we were still in San Diego, and I said, I'm not going to the mall with you. And she's like, no, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah, we'll go to the mall.
Ugh.
And then I pouted like a 2-year-old, and I sat on a bench outside of every shop that she went into, and she's like, you suck. And I'm like, yeah, because I didn't want to go, because I don't want to go shopping with you.
I got that last night, dude. I tried a little bit of the lever trick last night, but the girls wanted ice cream, and I'm like, are we gonna brave this horrific winter storm to drive 1.5 miles? So all 4 of us hopped in the car because the roads weren't that bad, and we got to Target, and they grabbed a cart.
Oh no!
I'm like, we don't need a cart for ice cream. And about 5 minutes into cart pushing, I got the whole, this is why we don't go shopping with Dad. I'm like, yeah, no, this is why I should shop with you. I gotta keep you moving. Let's go. Ice cream at home. Let's get out of here.
Man,
they thought it was supermarket sweep.
It definitely was. And then like $90 later, we were out of there.
Yeah, it's like Sauce's personal life. You just get in and you get out, right?
That's it. Absolutely. Take what you can get. That's what it's like. Absolutely.
Sauce, who sits in that chair behind you? Is that like a viewing area? Who sits in that chair and just stares at the bed?
Nobody. It's just there to like look nice.
What do you do in that chair? Do you ever sit there and read?
Zach has the picture of what I do in that chair.
Yeah, didn't we make a shirt about this, by the way?
What?
People watching. It was the tweet.
No,
Kelly,
I don't know why. I mean, that chair's there. I don't know. It's just the right place for that chair.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
That's the State Fair T-shirt right there. That is another one right there.
Man, am I ugly.
And I could say, wait for the sizzle.
The best line ever. Yeah, that chair's just there, man. It's supposed to add ambiance to the room, make it look like a bed and breakfast, I guess.
I know we're. What's that again?
I said, how much are tickets?
Oh,
gross.
Dear God.
Exact.
Yeah. I know we're supposed to do sports, so if you guys don't mind, I'd like to do the first sports story in this Fan 5. Is that okay with you, Cory?
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Wow, some of the comments about what that chair is for, even dirty for me.
The best comment of the whole thing was somebody guessing what Zach's grinder name is, and I wrote it on our private chat over here. I don't know why that made me laugh so much.
That's pretty funny. All right, here you go, guys. Aaron Rodgers is out of his darkness retreat. The Green Bay Packers quarterback spent several days and nights at Sky Cave Retreats in Southern Oregon. The owner of the facility, Scott Berman, confirmed Rodgers left yesterday. Rodgers told the Pat McAfee show earlier this month he planned on spending 4 days and 4 nights in isolation and darkness, hoping to have a better sense of where he's at in his life. Berman said the room where Rodgers spent his time is partially underground with no light, a queen bed, a bathroom, and the lights can be turned on from inside the room if you need to. But he is officially out of the darkness, Ben Lieber.
You know, it's so funny because I know that this whole South Park thing sort of went viral with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. And it's like the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. He's like the guy across the street letting off fireworks at 2 a.m. saying, like, I want my privacy.
Yeah.
So
you
good.
know, it's so good. That whole bit was so good.
Did you see the whole episode?
No, I just saw that.
Oh, the whole episode is just genius. They get on a private plane and just fly to every state, and nobody pays attention to them. And all they do is get off the plane, yell, "We want privacy," walk around in public places, get back on, and then they fly to a different city. But it's the same bit. He's playing drums in the middle of his driveway, so Stan will pay attention to him. It's such a good episode, man.
Yeah, it's so good. But that's how I feel about Rodgers in this whole thing. And we've talked about it already, but like,
yeah,
you could have said that you did a darkness retreat as you walked out of the darkness retreat, you know, like, or later on. So anyway, whatever. I mean, you guys talked earlier, like Sauce said that, you know, there's lots of people saying right now that the Green Bay Packers want him back. I think the issue is whether or not he wants to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the biggest issue, is that I could see this thing being a whole leverage play by the Packers, saying like, well, we have to verbally say that we want him. You know, it's like if you want maximum trade value, you got to make it seem like you want the guy back, and then it's up to him whether he wants to leave. And if he says like, oh, I want to leave, like, oh man, we really want this guy, but boy, if we just get this really sweet offer, I guess we'll let him go. So I don't know. I don't believe a word that comes out of anything that comes out of Green Bay or Aaron Rodgers until the deal's actually done.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, because the one team is the Jets. They have the 13th overall pick, and then the Raiders are another team who desperately need a quarterback. And the Jets are blatantly praising Derek Carr and how good he would be. Like, I think they said he's Hall of Fame caliber if he comes here. That's another ploy to just, try and tell other teams we don't need Rodgers. We can go another route. But if that 7th or 13th pick's available, man, and you'd have to think long and hard about giving that up for Rodgers, who may or may not want to be there.
I want to say this because in the comments, the white guava, whatever, says all of you would come on your radio show and talk about a darkness retreat before you did it. Yeah, this is what we do for a living. We talk about our lives. That's different than saying I want my privacy and then telling everybody everything you do. It's not the same. And if you don't know that, then turn the radio off.
And white guava is Zach's grinder's name.
I'm sorry, Zach. I didn't mean to be mad at you.
No, you're right. I mean, yeah, he tells us everything he's going to do. He goes on Pat McAfee. It's not this week, but it's not next week. Leave me alone, but it's next week.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, Sauce, this will be a question for you. What if all of a sudden, like, we hear the Jets and we hear the Raiders? What if he ends up like in Houston?
Well, if they give up, would you give up the 2nd overall pick for him?
Maybe,
or the 2nd pick in the 2nd round. It's got to be something like that.
Don't they have multiple picks and a lot of money to spend?
They have a ton. The Houston Texans have a ton of picks. Yes.
Like, I just feel like
I think they have 12 as well.
It's going to end up just being a team that we weren't even thinking about.
Let's hope.
All right, let's go to break. We'll come back and we'll continue this conversation all the way. I believe this is the last break before the end of the show, Cora.
Yeah, commercial free the rest of the way. And by the way, breaking news, Mark Rosen said just boarding the flight to Phoenix, one of 3 flights going out, ... Bye. So if you're on that flight to Phoenix, you better put on some headphones or you're going to hear Last of Us spoilers for the next 2.5 hours. Please at least put in AirPods, Beats headphones, fake sleeping, or Rosie's going to share all of the information like he did on Twin Cities Live yesterday.
I knew he was probably high, but it's cool for him to admit that on social media.
BYE.
Oh. Okay. Either way.
Yeah, cash those tickets.
Yep.
We'll finish Fan 5. We'll do headlines, commercial free the rest of the way after this Power Trip Morning Show Snow Day on The Fan.
It's a Power Trip Snow Day on The Fan. Patience is a virtue, except when it comes to car buying. With such a big purchase, you want instant gratification. Luther Brookdale Mazda has over 200 new Mazdas in stock. Great incentives, huge inventory, world-class customer service. LutherMazda.com. The only thing we overlook is $694.
The oldest daughter goes, Dad, look across the lake at the old man on his dock. There's another drunk, blind old white man just...
Bert Kreischer live on stage. Target Center, Saturday, February 25th. Get tickets now at targetcenter.com.
It's 2023. Is your internet ready? Make a resolution to upgrade your home with Verizon Home Internet. Start off the new year strong with plans starting at just $25 a month. $25 a month. The price is the price, guaranteed for 2 years. So leave surprise price hikes and hidden fees behind and bring home the internet you really want. Because this year is all about fast, reliable internet from Verizon with no annual contracts or data caps. There's never been a better time to ditch cable and switch to Verizon Home Internet. Starting at $25 a month with autopay and select 5G mobile plans. Availability varies. Plans start at $25 a month when combined with existing select 5G mobile plans. Fios requires mobile and home discount enrollment. $99 Fios setup charge may apply. Autopay and paper-free billing required. 2-year price guarantee applies only to the then current base monthly rate. Excludes any other charges, discounts, or promos, including the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program and the Verizon Forward Program. Visit Verizon.com/home to learn more.
Hey, it's Chris Hawkey. You thinking about losing some weight? Well, if you are, take it from me and put your trust in Livia Weight Control Centers. They're the experts. They're going to work with you to build a personalized nutrition plan. Then you'll select your Livia meals and snacks, and then you're going to watch the weight come off. It's that simple. You can lose up to 10 pounds in your first 2 weeks. So don't wait. Call today, 855-GO-LIVIA, or visit Livia.com. Join today. Get your first 8 weeks for free. Come to Livia and experience life-changing weight loss.
Soar to new heights with Collins Aerospace. Collins is now hiring machinists. Receive competitive pay, benefits, an employee scholar program, and a $3,000 sign-on bonus. Apply today at jobs.collinsaerospace.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1979. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979.
Meatsauce here for my amazing friends at Continuum Weight and Well-Being. They're helping me lose weight, and they are the best at it because my coach Kelly is one of the experienced and certified nutritionists at CWW. Find out more at sauceloss.com. That's sauceloss.com.
Oh, hi. My name is Chris Hawkey. I'm right back with you for Builders and Remodelers at buildersandremodelers.com. And I know it's kind of crummy out there. If the wind is whistling through your windows, think about Builders and Remodelers at buildersandremodelers.com. They have these home show special savings going on right now on the best windows in the business. Yeah, I said it. The best windows in the business. That's Elements windows. They're triple pane windows. They're the ones that I have in my house. And I don't know, you probably can't tell, but there's no window whistling in my house right now. I love these windows. I love Builders and Remodelers at buildersandremodelers.com because I'll tell you what, for 70 years, nobody does it better.
Bradshaw and Bryant, seeking justice for the injured. Online at minnesotapersonalinjury.com.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Crackling Rosie, get on board. We gonna ride till there ain't no more to go.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how he's doing it because he's on a plane somewhere. But I believe we have on the hotline, as we have a Power Trip Snow Day, broadcasting live from our own homes all day long on The Fan. Mark Rosen has joined us on the phone. Rosie, are you in fact on a plane as we speak?
No, I'm at the gate as we speak. One of 3 flights apparently leaving before noon here at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport on our way to Phoenix, and it's a packed gate because every other flight's been canceled. Basically, I was shocked. I thought our flight was being canceled. I talked to you guys yesterday at Twin City Live. I thought, no way we're getting out, and then kept looking and waiting, and they said no, but they kind of condensed, I think, 3 into 1, and they want to get this plane obviously to Phoenix. So we're getting out of here with about 800 snowplows out on the runway. So I feel like I'm in one of those airplane movies. But hey, wish me luck.
Yeah, Rosa, I mean, that's, I wouldn't count my chickens till I hatch, because the snow is completely stopped in Maple Grove, but the wind is howling out there. That's going to be a hell of a takeoff. Yeah,
well, I can only tell you this. The drive out here was tenuous at best. I mean, people kind of make, we didn't get as much snow. It's not good. The snow blindness out there, fortunately, obviously I got a ride, but it was treacherous at times. I'm just going across town over to the airport. So don't think about doing that unless you absolutely have to. I can tell you that right now. But looking forward to getting out of here. But yeah, I'm surprised. I thought for sure I was, I'm not going to be able to make it. But here we are, and excited to get out of town for a couple of days.
Rosie, what are you going to be watching on the plane? Because I'm looking for a new show, and yesterday on Twin Cities Live, you talked about The Last of Us. And I was wondering if you
Right.
could give me some key details to every episode you've seen so far.
You're such a Richard, as Common would say. I can't wait for Sunday night, but I'll have to record that one. I mean, I'm recording it because I won't be watching it live, I don't think. But yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, that's a good show. I mean, everyone who's hooked into it from the video game years ago. That was a fun segment yesterday. That was a fun show yesterday. I mean, you guys did really well. It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
Wow.
Rosie, everybody loved all of you guys, and specifically you.
Okay. Well, Benjamin, I was singing your praises. I said you were following in the footsteps of the great Ahmad Rashad back in the day, who decided to spread his wings besides sports and do a whole bunch of things, which is going to serve you well. I know it's a goofy show, but then you did a great job. You do a great job on that show, and of course it's going to serve you well. I had a lot of fun. It was a great crew over there, and for me to be on Channel 5 was a pretty big deal. So I'm just missing Care 11. So Care 11 would love to have me on sometime. That would fill my dance card for every TV station in town.
Wow, that's a big thing for them. That, and I'm sure they're dialing in right now. Did you, by the way, anybody besides me take a look at all the autographs on the wall and see that in 1971, Led Zeppelin signed that wall? Robert Plant.
No.
Jimmy Page. Yeah, it says Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin, 1971,
Wow.
Stairway to Heaven on the wall right there as you walk through those doors. Ben, there's some history in there, man. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, there is, and I haven't even gone through. And so what Hawk is talking about is like in the basement, basically right by our the news studio and where we do Twin Cities Live. Like there's cinder blocks that people have signed as the guests of whatever. Then whenever they come in, they sign it and just autograph it. And there's, I don't know, Hawk, thousands.
Oh, at least, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. So I haven't even walked through all and seen all the. I mean, I've had the. When they play the hits, when people come through and they kind of did what they did with you, is like they just kind of play the hits about like who really came through. But it's fascinating to see all the big celebrities that have been through that studio.
Well, Ben, the show, I'm sure you've probably been told that people who grew up here watched Stephen Sharon did Good Company or whatever. That really kind of was set the bar really high for afternoon talk shows like that. And so it's good to see that, you've continued that tradition. And it is. It's been a who's who. That station's been there forever over on University Avenue.
Yeah, literally. And, we talked about it a little bit in the green room, Rosie. It's interesting because I moved here in 94. And when I got here, Care 11 was the giant, right? And then CCO became the giant. And they all do well, but you get my point.
Right.
But you were telling me before I got here, before Care 11, that KSTP was the giant in the Twin Cities. It's weird how it goes in cycles like that.
Well, yeah, they had Ron Majors, they had Sidney Bricado, Tom Ryther, sports. They were a powerhouse, and that was that way for a long time, locally owned and everything. So it was pretty cool. That it's been kind of distributed over the years, and I still have a lot of good friends over there. So I'm getting on board here, so I'm a little distracted. Sorry about that, but it's kudos to them continuing local programming for sure.
Hey, Rosie, whoever's closest to you right now, turn around and hand them the phone and ask them if they know who you are.
Seriously?
Yeah, please, would you?
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
Okay, I can ask. Let's see.
You know who I am? Yeah. Yes, Marcos. Yeah.
Wow. Are you shocked that that's Mark Rosen standing in front of you?
Hey, Chris, how are you?
I'm good. You're on the air right now, just so you know. Are you shocked?
The other night too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Are you shocked that that's Mark Rosen standing there?
You're on Fox 9. I've seen you.
Well, thanks, man.
Thanks, he's on the plane here, so he's getting ready to go. There you go.
All right. Tell him I love him. See you later. Bye, guys.
Oh, bye.
All right, there you go.
That's great, Rosie. You're so loved. Go have yourself a vacation, Rose. We miss you.
Fun,
Love you.
Rosie.
Bye, buddy.
All right, love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
So, Rosie, what happens in episode 6?
No. I think we called in to brag about how he's one of 3 flights taking off today while everyone else is stuck at home.
I wish somebody would have said, who the hell? No, leave me alone.
I can't believe he actually did it.
I know it.
Yeah.
I know that was the best. God, I look good with long hair. I wish I had hair like this. I'm not kidding you, man.
Dude.
I look like
Isn't that kind of what your hair looked like in 1987?
No, I've never had hair this long all the way around because it's so curly that it was ridiculous. But no, if I had had hair like this, I would still have hair like this, and I think I'd be a huge rock star. That was the thing that held me back the most was my bad hair.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of hair,
Hey!
Max Fuller joins the Power Trip Morning Show from his palatial mansion. Max, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
I'm really good. You look really good. Look at you. I mean, I would say out of all of us right now, your background looks fancier than any of us.
Look at that shirt. What'd you kill a cheetah?
Yeah, on my way here actually, and I got no pants on underneath. I'm butt out.
Okay,
prove it.
So you just finished up a meeting with somebody?
Yeah, I had a client over early morning.
Take Rosie to his flight.
Yeah, but he left Karn though.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, she'll be there eventually. Yeah. Well, everybody's glad to see your face, Max, and everybody's super excited that you're joining us. So thank you for taking the time. Cory, do you have any stuff for the Power Trip funny news?
Sure, we can do headlines. Absolutely.
I've got a bunch of stuff too. So you let me know what you need from me. All right.
All right, y'all ready?
Zach. All right, never mind. You know what? When you get done on your phone,
he doesn't know.
Yeah, when you get done,
just hit the intro. It's cool.
Take your time, Zach.
Yeah, it's fine. Right. It's fine. Completely cool. Yeah.
I ejected it. Hold on.
Never mind.
This is headlines.
Who sponsors this?
Time now for headlines. Brought to you by Blue Ox Heating and Air.
Today is National Toast Day.
Oh, so good.
What a boring day.
National
toast is great.
Yeah, toast is good. I like bread and stuff. Yeah. Or do they mean like, here's to you, old sloppy pants?
No,
yeah,
I think they mean the actual
sloppy
food.
pants.
Yeah, right. I'm talking to Max. Here's to you, old sloppy pants.
Oh, you should have said.
Remember, he's not wearing pants.
That's what I'm saying. They're over there somewhere. Too sloppy to put on. Yeah.
I don't mean it ain't sloppy.
A new study found that people experiencing longer REM sleep normally occurs in the winter compared to warmer months because it's darker longer. So the darker it is, the more likely you are to have REM sleep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So buy those curtains that were discussed earlier in the week on the Power Trip Morning Show.
Yeah, they're Cooter curtains out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yep, Jim Bob Cooter's grandmother, I believe, started that.
Yeah.
What's her first name?
How do we feel about this? There is a new LOL verifier, which is a gadget that stops you from typing LOL if you didn't actually laugh out loud.
Interesting. I want one that won't let me tap ducking all the time.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Because that drives me crazy.
I don't know, like, I know when LOL first started, the whole idea was to say, like, wow, you actually made me laugh. I'm laughing out loud right now. Don't 99.9% of people, when they type LOL, it's just kind of like an acknowledgement, like, that was clever, or, all right, like, I get where you're going. It's more of like a tip of the cap to, like, okay, I get your joke. I don't think anybody actually says LOL anymore to tell people they're laughing out loud.
No, I agree with it. Yeah. I don't think that if you type LOL, I think it's assumed, at least when somebody, if I get that in a response, it's just like, I know what I said didn't actually make you laugh out loud. It's just like, hey, good one.
Yep, acknowledgement.
That's enough.
It's another way of just telling somebody, you know what, that's not that funny. You've been saying 8 things, they aren't funny. I'm going to move on, but here I am acknowledging you.
Well, that one hit a little close to home there, Sauce.
Well, no, but that's what it is, though. Like, it's the ha, 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 and everybody once in a while texts you back and go, it's not that funny, dude. You aren't even paying attention. You just don't want to text with me anymore.
Cory just sent me LOL after I sent a message to the group chat.
You literally did. It's right there.
Way to go, Cory.
I'm looking at it right now.
Sure did.
Now I know your true feelings.
Nope, just thought you did a good job. I was just acknowledging your presence. The Shamrock Shake officially back on the McDonald's menu. I think we talked about it yesterday, but now it's back.
It's good.
Yep, super
Never
good.
had it.
Oh, dude, it's the Shamrock Shake and the Eggnog Shake at McDonald's are both unbelievably good. I love
But what is the flavor of Shamrock? I get the eggnog one.
Mint.
Oh,
mint.
Mint. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, I'm down then.
Yep.
And
super
then
good.
yesterday, Zacho said the worst thing that ever happened to him was he didn't have Parrish bring him the Shamrock Shake with Oreos in it. He said if he could go back in time, that's what he would change.
Yep. Priorities, Zach. LOL. 81% of men said that if they're too sweaty, they might avoid hugging people. I'm not much of a sweater.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody likes to hug sweaty people though. So I
Exactly.
guess if I was
Sweaty all the
sweaty,
time.
why would you hug people if you're sweaty?
Because you're horny.
Oh, okay. Well, there's one good reason.
Because you need human contact. I don't know.
Right. Because it feels good to touch flesh.
Oh, okay.
That sounded pretty disgusting.
That's what happens when you put the
I'm
wig
afraid
on.
to go to my own bedroom with myself.
Yeah, I'm just glad you didn't have that Mexican wrestling mask on when you said that. I'm not on LinkedIn. I don't know if you guys are, but apparently there's a question going around whether or not it's appropriate to ask someone out on LinkedIn. For those of you who use LinkedIn, yes or no?
That seems like a business setting to me, but I think you can ask anybody out anywhere as long as you're good about it and you don't make anybody uncomfortable. Who cares, right?
Well, I would say no, because the platform is more for professional networking, but there is a direct message function. So if you want to direct message somebody that you just connected with and ask them on a date, I don't see any problem with it. Max, you're the expert in this.
Yeah, and what if you're a gigolo? What if it's part of your business to reach out and hit on somebody?
It's a great point. I never thought about
What are you,
all the
PA?
whores that are on Instagram.
I mean, I guess Max's scenario is technically true. That person is allowed to hit on anybody. The rest of us probably should avoid.
And that is a
hitting on
business
people on
transaction if you're a whore. There's no doubt about it.
No
You know
doubt.
what, you
There's
guys?
no rules.
I was on vacation when he got back. Not to hijack this, but Zacho, did you get any nook when you were in the red light district? Did you go in there and tag any strange? Did you get any hookers? Did you go to the red light and get a little ding ding?
I looked into it.
Hold on, though, Zach, hold on. Let me break this down. Did you get any ding ding?
The answer's no.
But you looked into it.
I looked into it. You're curious, and it's an interesting world over there, folks. A lot of strange. We'll just say that. Leave it at that. It's very greasy.
But you walked around I'm sorry if you guys already talked about this. Did you talk about it a lot when you got back? Red light
a little
district?
bit, not much.
It's crazy, right? Because you can't believe. And I don't know if anybody else has been there. I think Max, have you been to Amsterdam? You have, right?
Oh no, not yet.
Oh, you haven't. Okay, Ben, have you ever been there?
No.
Okay.
Never been there.
The red light district is crazy for a lot of reasons, but it's most crazy because nobody judges you. And being an American and being used to having to hide everything, when you're walking down the street and you hear a dude negotiating a price with somebody for something that they want, and that person's good with it, and this person's good with it, and everything. It's a weird thing. Nobody cares. Nobody judges you. It's a strange thing to witness as an American. Would you agree, Zach?
Yeah, and that's really because I never, unfortunately, was able to be witness to that negotiation process. But obviously, I walked by, and if you're unfamiliar, there is basically like they're windows, but they're really more like patio doors that face the street, and it's just this big glass that you can see a nice looking female through, and they're dancing around. And you, if you want to have her services, you go up there. They crack it open, they talk, they negotiate, and then you go in and you do your thing. I never was witness to the negotiation process, but that's one thing I noticed was like, if you're walking down the street, like those streets are not very wide, as you know, Chris. There's not a lot of room to walk around. So you're basically, if you go up to those windows, you're in front of like a lot of people, like possibly, depending on by the time you're done, like hundreds. And they're walking by, and you're just like, I thought about like if I were to go, I wasn't going to, but if I were to go up there, like the being judged. But then I look around, and I'm like, I would not feel judged at all out here. Everybody's just everybody's here for the same reason. It's a freak show in the nicest sense of the word. And what a little beautiful weird city that they have over there across the pond.
If you are negotiating, and by the time you're done, there's hundreds of people gathering, you're an awful negotiator. How long are you? What are you buying, a car? How long?
I'm saying there's so many people that walk by that. Yeah, I mean,
did you sample the ding ding?
Yeah, and Zach, that's really the thing, man. You could be a politician because Chris asked you a pretty direct question and you didn't answer it. Did you get any ding?
You couldn't get through it.
According to TMZ, there was a guy in I guess he wasn't. I don't want to give away the ending yet. Never mind. I don't want to say that where he was yet. He called the Hollywood Police Department and told them he was going to blow up the Hollywood sign.
Oh.
He said he would destroy it with pipe bombs if they didn't pay him $10,000 in ransom. I would have asked for more. I think the Hollywood sign probably worth more than that. But he was a modest terrorist. He asked for $10,000 in ransom. Here's the part that I almost gave away before the story started. He
Rosie.
accidentally called police in Hollywood, Florida.
Oh my God.
Can I ask a question?
The cops, though, in Florida did let the LAPD know just in case this guy was real, but they looked into it and found that it wasn't a credible threat. Last that TMZ had heard, no one had been arrested yet, but the LAPD was still investigating.
How do you accidentally call a different police department? Can you like go online and get like the Hollywood, Florida Police Department?
Well,
Don't you just dial 911?
That's what it tells you right away, Sauce. The guy was calling from a different state. He just looked up a Hollywood police department or something like that, and it gave him the wrong Hollywood. He wasn't in Hollywood, California, or LA, California.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? That's pretty interesting. Good job, Corey, whatever your name is.
I mean, that's kind of a dumb thing because I don't know about you guys, but like I don't really have a lot of emotional attachment to the Hollywood sign, and they could replace that pretty quickly. Like that's not a really big threat, is it? Like nobody's gonna die. I don't know.
It's way too far to walk to. If you've ever been there, you'll be shocked to know this, but I was going to walk there once. I quit about 10 minutes in. It's too far to walk to. It's way too hilly.
No doubt about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So might as well just blow it up.
Yeah.
No, don't blow it up, but don't walk to it. It's not worth it. It's far. It's like when you're in Vegas and you're standing at Caesars, you're like, let's walk to the Wynn. You're like, you know how far that is? It's way farther than you think.
You feel that you say that a lot of times when we're in the studio and you got to go to the bathroom, you just pee in the trash can.
No, I told Kelly about 5 minutes ago, it's great to have the bathroom right behind me so my fat ass can waddle right over there.
Do you take a break in that chair on the way to the bathroom?
Yeah, that's why that chair's there. I'm like a 90-year-old who needs to take a break before they keep walking.
Yeah, there's no doubt at some point you're going to be dead soon. And in a new poll, people guess the average funeral costs around $5,500. But in actuality, it's somewhere between $7,000 and $12,000 on average. So when they asked those people who guessed $5,500 how you would like to be buried if it's that expensive, they said they would like to be buried as cheaply as possible. So 1 in 3 people want to say, let's keep this as cheap as possible for my family. I don't know why that's not 3 out of 3. Why would you want the remaining family members to have to pay as much as possible? But how about this? 7 in 10 people, so 70% of people said they would rather be buried in a cardboard box than have their family overspend.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. My 2 cents is, who cares? You're dead anyway. Just go ahead and cremate me. And on that, guys, I have to go and jump on my Twin Cities live call. This has been awesome. Thank you guys for the snow day, and enjoy.
Thank you, Ben.
Guys.
Have a good day, brother. Appreciate you very much.
Thanks. Love you.
There he goes.
Let us know how The Last of Us ends. Did you hear that yesterday, Max? You've watched The Last of Us, right?
Yeah.
Rosie was on with us yesterday on Twin Cities Live and basically gave away everything that happens in the first 4 episodes of The Last of Us.
Yeah, good stuff.
What? He just randomly did it?
He was just talking about it, but he gave up like every single spoiler.
Yeah. Oh, well. Corey, you got anything more? Because I got a lot of stuff.
I got a couple of quick ones here. These
ahead.
are pretty basic. For those of you who post a lot on social media and go filterless once in a while, here are the top physical imperfections that people seem to want to fix. Number 1 is skin issues, specifically acne, but just in general, skin issues is number 1. 37% of people feel like they have to hide it on social media. Yes? No? Anybody?
And I've done that before, by the way. I've actually had a couple of things ripped off my face, so yes.
Oh, okay. Number 2 is specific body parts that we're self-conscious about. 35% of people deal with that on social media.
Come on. Do I even have to answer?
Yeah, like your ding-ding?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
33% say hair.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
yours looks
just
great right now.
luscious.
Man.
Obviously not over here.
31% say bad posture.
Huh. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, That's a tough thing. Sure. Okay, go ahead.
And then the last one is glasses or vision problems, 31% as well.
Yeah, I
Get LASIK.
absolutely get LASIK, and I wish I could, man. I've said it a million times. I wish I could get LASIK because I swear to God, it's like there are little beings who live in my hair who come out and touch my glasses over and over. I don't finger my glasses as much as it looks like I do when I put my glasses on. It's unbelievable. My glasses are always dirty. It's like I ran through a haze, a fog wherever I was going, and I can't see anything. I'm sick of it. All right, that's enough. Old man rant there. I apologize, but man,
have you in the last couple of years, Wendy Williams obviously had a couple of very weird runs, right? She kind of disappeared off TV, and then they eventually canceled the TV show because it looked like she wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
Wendy Williams now wants all of us to know that she's down to 138 pounds.
Wow.
And if you've seen her in the past, that doesn't look like that's possible, but that I don't know. That almost seems concerning.
Yeah.
She's down to 138.
Yeah.
Did she not share a picture?
Don't know.
Huh. I hope she's all right, because you're right. That would seem
correct.
Because who would release just their weight number without actually
By the
releasing
way,
a picture?
I don't want anybody to judge me, but I now have a full head of hair.
Do you really?
Yes.
You're just not going to take a picture.
I'm not going to send a picture.
For you.
Yeah. And by the way, I speak for Hawkey. There it is. Hawkey has a 14-inch wiener. He's not going to show anybody, but he has one.
Yeah, it's my dog. It's a wiener dog. He's 14 inches. He's right behind me. Yeah.
All right, that's enough.
Maxo, this is for you.
Okay.
Jake Paul is stepping into the ring once again. This time, the YouTube star will face off against professional boxer Tommy Fury. Paul has made a name for himself in the boxing world and currently holds a 6-0 record. To watch the fight broadcast this Sunday from Saudi Arabia, you'll need ESPN Plus subscription and $50 on top of that for the pay-per-view. Is there anything that makes you want to watch this at all, Maxo?
Yeah, I'm interested because Tommy Fury is a professional boxer by title pretty much only. We wouldn't even know who he is if his brother wasn't Tyson Fury, the undisputed heavyweight champion right now. So honestly, Jake Paul has fought about as good of opposition as Tommy Fury has. I think one fight ago, Tommy Fury's his opponent's total combined record was like 123-3 or something like that. So he's just fighting the bums, like horsemen, some random fishermen they found on the dock and put some boxing gloves on. He's not really fighting actual opponents. And it kind of seems like Tommy Fury, at least, he's been begging Jake Paul for this fight for months now. I think over a year now, and there's been a lot of setbacks for it. I think he's just trying to cash out because he knows if he gets knocked out by a YouTuber, his family's probably going to disown him. Not even probably, because I think Tyson Fury and his dad both said explicitly that they will disown him if he loses. So I'm actually rolling with Jake Paul on this one.
Are you really?
I'm rolling with Jake Paul on this one. He's fought better opposition, and he's been doing this now. It's about 2 years now, and he's got all the money in the world for trainers to get himself in that shape. He's young. So is Tommy Fury, but Tommy Fury spent more time on Love Island than he has in a boxing ring. So I'm actually going with Jake Paul on this one.
Wow, that's a shocker.
Will people pay $50 to see it?
I think younger people are, because Jake Paul's pay-per-views have done pretty well.
Yeah.
And maybe Tommy Fury isn't as big of a name as the other people he's fought, but they've had this contentious, very public feud for a long time. So I think a few people will tune in. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it'll do probably pretty well. Archaeologists digging in southern France say they found evidence of a bow and arrow being used over 54,000 years ago.
That's impossible.
Take that, Corey.
The Earth's only 6,000 years old.
A study published Wednesday in the Journal of Science Advances says a team of scientists found over 300 tiny arrowheads in a cave in the Rhone Valley of southern France. The researchers believe the cave dwellers were the earliest Homo sapiens to arrive in the region. The earliest known evidence. What's that?
So Zach's ancestors.
The earliest known evidence of a bow and arrow on record was found in South Africa, and that dates back 64,000 years, man. Holy moly. Imagine that. That's just crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool,
incredible.
Man. Science.
By the way, I lied. I have one other story that I forgot to get to that is
please
very
go ahead.
critical, especially considering the last 48 hours of the Power Trip Morning Show. Do you guys remember in Game of Thrones in 2019, there was a Starbucks cup that they forgot to take out? They just left it on the table, and then everybody noticed that that the Targaryens are sipping on Starbucks or whatever
Mocha
that was.
latte.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so HBO did it again on the most recent episode of The Last of Us. There's a scene where two characters are crossing a bridge, and during a wide overhead shot, you can clearly see a film crew off to the side. So they weren't supposed to be there. So obviously, if you're like, man, this sounds super familiar, you're probably thinking, well, yeah, I remember when HBO did this with Game of Thrones. But also, Rosie spoiled this yesterday on Twin Cities Live when he said that the film crew was off to the side of episode 6. So, yep, that's the spoiler again. Film crew, episode 6. I honestly don't know how that happens. Aren't there people whose entire job, whether it's continuity or whatever on a film set or a series set, is to look for inconsistencies in whether the same hat is being worn, whether the the time of day, the clock on the wall. Isn't somebody's entire job to worry about that? How do you miss an entire film crew in the shot?
I actually can answer that for you, because the shot that they found the two people in was a shot of this bridge. And it was shot from either a drone or a helicopter way up above. So in order to find the two camera people that they had to find, the guy had to zoom in on one specific part of this big shot and like zoom in probably 15 times in order to get it. So I'm sure whoever approved it or whoever looked at it from the view that everybody else was looking at it and didn't zoom in as much as the person who found it.
So this is a Where's Waldo situation. That
exactly
it's only,
right.
So the in the story here where it says you can clearly see a film crew, you think that's a little misleading?
That is, look it up on whatever you're using, your computer or whatever, and see what I'm talking about. The actual shot is from probably just using a building like 80 stories up or something like that. It's way up there, and the guy zoomed and then found it. So yeah, it is a slip up. There's no doubt about it, but I don't think it's as egregious as everybody's making it out to be.
Or as the Starbucks cup on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. That's much more egregious.
Much worse.
So what you're saying, Hawk, is if you had nobody ever pointed it out, you probably wouldn't even notice it, right?
Well, I saw the movie. I saw the TV show. Yeah, I mean, so no, I would never have seen it. I think if I had slowed it down and watched it without zooming in, I never would have seen it. So yeah, that's probably right.
It's not like they're walking through the scene.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
We should have it in like a second here.
Are you going to flash it up on the screen for us? That's
cool.
Oh yeah, good.
What a multimedia outlet we are.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
What?
What?
Oh, they kind of just look like trees.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. You can't look unless you zoom in on that spot completely.
Oh,
So-
I mean that's embarrassing, but it also again you would never know.
Yeah.
It's somehow both.
But it's not like, I mean, the coffee cup you could notice. This is something that you would have to be seeking out. No one with their naked eye would see this.
No,
you're right. Let's see. I wanted to go back to this story as well. Oh, yeah, this is kind of cool. A bunch of memorabilia from one of our favorite movies of the year, Everything Everywhere All at Once, is being auctioned off starting today, and it includes one item you can actually get a little naughty with. It's an Auditor of the Year award statue from Jamie Lee Curtis, The Desk. If you've seen the movie, then you know it's shaped like a
toy.
Butthole.
A what?
Yeah.
Okay.
A butthole.
Oh, okay.
That's a toy for somebody. For all you kids out there. The auction also includes outfits worn by Jamie, Michelle Yeoh, and other cast members, plus a rock with googly eyes, Wayman's chapstick, the laundry delivery RV, and a pair of hot dog hands. Yeah, the hot dog hands. The proceeds will be split among 3 charities, including one for the laundry workers, like the Wang family in the movie. I'll tell you, this is the kind of thing we talked about, Corey. Those are one-of-a-kind items, man. There's only one of those hot dog hands, or 2 of them, or however many, That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have not looked in about, 4 or 5 days. I haven't seen how much Walter White's underwear was going for, but I think it was something like $6,000 last week, $6,000.
See, that's a lot less than I'd expect. So I'm going to guess it's going to go up exponentially here before the end of that auction.
I'll check.
Zach
quickly
hit
while
the
you're
buy
talking.
now button.
Yeah.
Is that a movie that a lot of people expect to do really well at the Oscars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's something that could, like, is this like, I mean, not like a clean sweep film, but is this something that could maybe win 4 or 5 awards?
I would say absolutely. Would you agree, Max?
Yeah, I'd say Michelle Yeoh is probably like the front runner to win Best Leading Actress, I would imagine, and then probably, I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis and Stephanie Sue, they're both nominated for Supporting Actress, And the visuals and everything else, I'm sure they're going to win stuff for like the choreography and the backgrounds and all that type of stuff. So I would imagine like at least 3 or 4.
And the kid from the Goonies as well, right? He's been winning the BAFTAs and all that stuff. He'll probably win something, I would guess.
Yeah, he's nominated too. Yeah.
So
He could do a clean sweep. Yeah.
I don't know. Great movie, man. Have you still not seen it? Obviously, Sauce.
Yeah, we saw it. It's currently the favorite at -300 to win Best Picture.
Oh wow!
And you didn't like it, right? Because you said you didn't understand it.
But yeah, I didn't like it, but I didn't get it. But that doesn't mean it's bad. And my opinion on stuff is mostly horrible. But I honestly thought it was a horrible film. But I didn't get it. Everybody that's seen it raves about it. Obviously, and I mean this, I'm not trying to be facetious and mean. I'm wrong about it. People love it, man. It's not up for Best Picture if it's a terrible film.
The movie that I hated that won the best Oscar Cup. I'm still the only person that I know that did not like that movie. The Korean movie from the basement. What was that called?
Parasite.
Parasite is A+.
I'm the only person I know that did not like that film.
Oh,
I thought it was super
Max,
good
you've
too.
seen it, right?
I've still never seen it actually.
Oh, you should see it. It's super good, I think.
Yeah,
but
I like it too.
Hawk, as I have it up here, Brendan Fraser is predicted to win Best Actor Award for The Whale. Have you seen that yet?
I haven't. I want to. I've even sat down to watch it a couple of times, but then I say to myself, I don't know if I want to be that sad for that amount of time. It's from everybody tells me it's the saddest thing ever.
I'm watching it right now.
Oh, that's really mean.
That's mean, man.
It's funny.
Why?
It's really mean.
It's funny, but go back to the darkness.
Yeah, I can't believe your skin's not on fire right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It might be. Well, we got through snow day. That worked, right?
Yeah, man.
That was fun, man.
It's not even snowing
Zach,
outside.
what time
right
is your
now.
hotel room shut down? What time do you got to be out of there by? 11?
Oh, boy, I already checked out. I got to work Nordo till noon here. So.
Oh, you're working a little Nordo, are you?
Is he at home as well?
Oh, not that way. Sorry, Nordo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Max,
gosh.
thanks for joining. Zach, thank you for your work. Thanks to Ben Lieber as well and Mark Rosen. Hey, don't forget, a record tomorrow, $32,000 on the line for the initials game at 8:15. Parrish will be there. Marnie will be there. We'll give her the microphone for 3.5 hours if she wants it to make up for how we overwhelmed her yesterday at Twin Cities Live. But that's tomorrow at 8:15, and then the Power Trip's back 5:30 to 9 tomorrow. Right, guys?
Yeah, man. Bye, everybody.
Right.
Have a
Bye.
good
Thank
day.
you.
Peace out. Now.